Okay.
We got your message.
Come to
We
the
appreciate your
aerodrome and
willingness to
we
help.
should be able
But
to
are
zone
you
in.
sure you're up for the mission?
So,
When Bennett told me
I
about
was
the horrors he
unable to
endured while in
procure
White
a
Mantle
Zera
captivity,
instance
I
for
felt
today.
it my duty
So
to
in
assist.
today's run, we're just going to be having a look at
Blast
Wing
these
3 in
zealots
general
back
from
into the
start to
history books.
finish.
Alright.
If we
I don't
have
know what'll
someone that
happen
has
inside,
cleared
but I'm glad you're with
Zera,
us just
I
the
mean, no,
same.
if we have
We'll
someone that
let
has
you know
cleared
when we're
Keep
ready to begin
Construct,
the
we
assault.
may skip Keep Construct though. But we're going to be focusing on just Wing 3 in general, whatever we can get to.
It actually works out because I think 2 people don't have ley line gliding currently.
Okay, that's pretty good then. So we can just take our time for the Wing 3 stuff. Okay.
And I hope you don't mind if I die doing this. I'm just doing it for the experience.
You will die, don't worry. It's fully normal for...
Death is guaranteed.
Yeah, death is guaranteed. When you first do Tower Chrono, I expect you to die no less than 2-3 times before you get it right. It's like minimum, like at least. Yeah, and then maybe because this isn't an official RA training run, I can also teach you bad habits, or rather a okay, exploit is a strong word. Maybe an unintended gameplay mechanic that you can use from time to time if needed. Okay, cool. So welcome to Wing 3. We're a little bit late. That's my bad, guys. But we can get started. So this is the escort. Very quick rundown. So you just come forward a little bit. I'll roll here. So if you hit your M and open your map, or just zoom out your mini map, you can see that we're on a beginning of a very long road, and you should be able to see me if you press the M and open up your full map. You can kind of see me drawing on the map right now. This is our route that we're going to take. So again, I'm going to draw that route one more time. Actually, have your M open. We're just trying to get all the way to the end of the road. Now, we have to escort that. The reason why it's called escort is that we have to keep an NPC alive. So Scholar Glenna, she's that little Asura near the entrance. We need to get her all the way to the end of that road. We win once we get to the end of that road.
Hey,
and we kill
first,
him.
first si Kelvin.
To it. No,
Sakit
along
na
the
naman
way,
ulo
there's
natin
two
dito sa raid.
major obstacles in our way, or two major mechanics that will put obstacles in our way.
Sakit na naman ulo natin.
First obstacle, the most dangerous one, are called landmines. So landmines will appear as a little bump in the ground. It looks like something is buried there. Around it, there will be a massive red circle and an even slightly bigger white circle. So keep that in mind. Little bump in the ground has a red circle around it and a larger white circle. Smaller red, larger white. Smaller red, larger white. Okay? When you walk into the white circle, you would dig up the mine. At first, the mine is buried. You cannot target it. You cannot damage it by even one person. Just one person in the raid has to walk into the larger white circle and they will dig up the mine, and now it can be targeted. Now it can be damaged. Just one person has to walk into the white circle. It's very small. I mean, the difference between the white and the red circles is very small, but there is a larger white circle that you can barely stand in safely. Now, if you accidentally step too far and you step into the smaller red circle, even one pinky toe in the smaller red circle, you immediately die. No downstate, fully dead. You just don't get to play the game for the next 5 minutes. So yeah, don't walk into red circles, you will die. And that is the mines mechanic. That's the number 1 mechanic you need to avoid. Now, number 2 mechanic is very simple. We cannot move too far. Ignore that ping, that was accidental. My shifty is bugged. Okay. Number 2 mechanic. We cannot move too far forward. We can't just roll down the entire road, be like, oh, we just run to the end of the road. No. There's something preventing us from getting there. There is going to be a shower of meteors, crystal projectiles just falling down from the sky. If you go too far forward, the entire road ahead of you will be covered in, like, crystal showers. It's coming down from the sky, or appears to be from the sky. Now, that will completely block our road, so we can go no further sometimes. Watch out for the bunch of red circles in front of you, and stay still. We can go no further. To turn those off, we have 2 special rolls, or 1 special roll rather, by 2 people. Our chronomancers, so me and Demi, we're gonna be bringing along our portal build. Actually, Demi, just go ahead and put on this build. That's the build that I like to run. The important build being this one here. When you press your F1, F2, or F3, you gain stability. That's going to be very important. Make sure that we have we have portal and we have massive bits. Those are the 2 important traits. Everything else is just kind of there, just stay alive. Okay, so this is what a Mesmer portal looks like. I'm sure you guys have seen it before. every now and then during the boss fight, our lovely Chronomancers will be dropping a portal on the team. When I say so, we will take the portal and you'll be put inside the middle of a capture zone. So those of you that play World v World or have done Fractals or play any video game whatsoever that has a capture zone should know how capture zones work. We will be taking the portal. You guys will be dumped right in the center of a capture zone. Stand perfectly still, do not attack. You will have invisibility. If you deal any damage whatsoever, your invisibility will be broken and you'll be jumped on by a whole bunch of enemy monsters that will want to kill you. So do not attack once you take the portal or you'll be jumped on and absolutely slaughtered. Stay perfectly still until the capture zone has been captured. Once the capture zone has been captured, retake the portal to return back to where you originally were. And that is pretty much the entire boss fight.
I have a question.
Yes.
You said the capture zone, like, I get the stealth bit. That's stealth normally. But capture zones don't normally capture if there are enemies in the capture zone, but this one does. Is that correct?
The reason, no. So, yes, that is correct. The way that works is you need to outnumber the enemies. If there are 2 of you and 2 of them, there is no progress on the capture zone whatsoever. If there are 10 of us and 2 of them, right? 10 of us, 2 of them, basic algorithm, there's 8 more of us. It counts as 8 people inside the circle, right? In our favor. Right, so it's very important that as many of us take the portal as possible, so that we can capture the zone. There tends to be 4 minimum mobs in the circle. One of them is a necromancer, and they summon minions, so very annoying. One of the enemies will summon their own friends, so there could be anywhere between 4 to 7 or 8 of them in the circle. So we need at least 7 or 8 people to go up if we want to consistently capture them. Which is the strategy. Okay, I have one more special role that I need someone to do. Preferably someone that has done the boss fight before. This is a very easy role, the world's easiest role ever. It's called Backwalk, and your job is to AFK and kill a doggy that appears every now and then. So, I'll very quickly explain the doggies. So every now and then there'll be a special monster that appears called the Warg.
Good morning! Good morning, Dunminard.
And the Warg is very, very hungry, and it's looking for a little Asuran snack. Basically, all you need to know about the Warg is that it will run in a straight beeline for our lovely NPC. It'll do nothing else. Its only goal in life is to run straight to our lovely NPC, and it will eat her in one bite. So the Warg will eat our NPC in one bite, and if our NPC dies, we game over. So we must kill Wargs. They are #1 priority. You'll see a big skull above them. They're a big dog. You can't miss them. Yeah. Okay. No. I'd rather that you came with us. The Backwalk has to AFK in a location. They do basically nothing at all. You're gonna get to see what's going on in the boss fight if you're the Backwalk. So I like to ask someone experienced to do Backwalk. That you need to be a damage dealer. So do you have any volunteers for Backwalk? It's super easy. I'll show you where to stand. You just stand there. Every now and then a Warg will appear. You just chase after the Warg and kill it. Making sure that you don't run into mines when you're chasing it. Cool. I mean, that's kind of our alacrity, but actually, yeah, maybe not our alacrity. We kind of need your road. So OneLeaf, make sure you bring stability here, by the way. Also, Rad, you could also bring a lot of stability here too. Yeah, that's what we need. Any other volunteers for Backwalk? Someone that has done the fight, preferably.
I'll try.
Excellent, cool. So all you need to do is you just need to stay at the arrow marker once we get there. Okay, cool. So that's everything we need to know. Does anyone have any more questions about anything? For Demi, here's a very quick rundown. We're gonna be entering through the cave of the tunnel of respite. It's a cave of absolute poisonous gloom and doom. Okay, that's gonna be our goal. So we're going to the circle marker. Now, if you have not been assigned to any backwarging or doing, the tunnels as a chrono, there should be, 7 of you guys that I haven't mentioned. You'll be going through the heart marker. So again, looking at the mini-map, you guys are going through the heart marker for 7 of you guys. So 7 of you guys are going through the heart marker right there. Right? And then you'll be staying, kind of just following my directions from there. Alright, let's get started. I'm gonna drop just some power food for now. Damage reduction power food. This is mostly for me and Demi, but everyone else is free to eat as well. So then make sure you eat this food. 10% damage reduction goes quite a long way. And oh yeah, I forgot to mention, for Fen, you're gonna be our babysitter today. So you can go ahead and talk to Glenna immediately. And Fen, you'll be in charge of pressing your special action key to call Glenna along. Keep her just slightly behind the team and keep her standing on grass. That's my only 2 tips for you. You must not let her stay alone for too long. So you must stay within like roughly 1500 range of her at all times. If you leave her alone for 15 consecutive seconds, she will get a debuff, or rather she has a buff that will count down. And if it hits 0, she will die. Yeah. Alright, so everyone else, you just gained a special action key. Everyone, you're all forbidden. Never ever press your special action key. What the special action key will do is Glenna, this NPC here, is very, very dumb. She doesn't know how to follow us. She only reacts and moves when someone uses their special action key. So, if any of you guys use a special action key, generally speaking, you guys are on the front line fighting enemies. If you use the special action key from the front line, you'll call Glenna into the thick of the battle, and she will die. So Fen, your job is to move Glenna into these white circles. So if you can move her into this white circle here, that would be ideal. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of white circles. Your objective is to pull into the white circle, then after the white circle, just pull her back to safety if needed. There's no enemies here, so there's no need to pull her back. Not for this part anyway. So at the very beginning of the fight, there is a ley line, so someone with ley line gliding has to glide over, and then just talk to the lever on the left-hand side. That will engage the drawbridge so that we can get Glenna across. Fen, when you target Glenna, do you see that surveilled buff? That surveilled buff will go down 1 stack per second if there's no one near her. Surveilled means that she's being minded, right? So if that hits 0, if she is not, if no one's near her for 15 seconds in a row, she'll immediately die. So there's red stacks on her. If that hits 0, she loses 1 per second. If it hits 0, she dies. So your job is just to keep her behind the team and keep an eye on her. Make sure that stack doesn't go down.
Accelerate!
Alright, everyone. So killing your first set of enemies here. So just kill those monsters and then head towards the part marker after that. Then you're following me to the circle. All we need to know is that we have to talk to, we have to be in these thicket waters, these fountains that will keep us safe from the poison. So doing our best to get through the cave. I expect you to die here because that's what everyone does. Moving from, you have to take the fountain. I would dodge roll these guys. Maybe press the F1, F2 so you don't get stunned. If you get hit by them, they will stun you then. So it's very important to keep your F1, F2, F3 up. Slowly. If you do get stunned, you can. Wait, what am I saying? Oh, you can blink. You have a blink.
Sounds good.
Doing a good job. Maybe blink forward so you don't die. Heal skill. Blink forward, heal skill. Heal yourself up. Excellent, good stuff. What we're doing now is we've made it to the end. That entire cave there was full of poison, so we didn't take the healing screens, you guys would have died. So everyone, killing those mobs and staying still. Next up, just make sure you don't fall down, Demi. What we're gonna do is make sure that we're fully healed up. So Demi, we're gonna fully heal up. We're gonna take this bouncing mushroom and drop a portal at the top and then glide down to our team and give them a portal. You need to be full health. So as much healing as you can. There you go. Okay. Let's jump up. You just have F1, F2, F3, drop a portal where you land. Or anywhere in the circle, and then glide down to the team quickly without dying. Dodge roll, dip duck dodge, a lot of painful enemies up there, Demi. Just getting down towards the roof. Oh no, we've lost our friend. That's actually the hardest one right there. Okay, friends, so everyone stack up in 3, 2, 1. We're giving mass invisibility, and we're going up to the top. Stop attacking, take the portal up, stay at the top, stay at the top, stay at the top, and come back down, come back down. Take the portal back down, take the portal back down, and that is all we need to do. Let's go ahead and reset so we can get Demi some practice. Yeah, so it's very important to rotate your F1, F2 while you're dropping your portal because those mobs do stun you. So that's the most important thing, is that we abuse this trait here. So the trait just means that if we press our F1, F2, or F3 skills, we get 1 stack of stability each, right? We don't even need to have any clones active. We don't actually need to shatter any clones, we just have to press the F1, F2, or F3 button. We'll get stability and they cannot stun us anymore.
Should I be casting the Mimic before the portal?
In today's run, not necessary.
Okay,
Yeah,
got it.
I wouldn't say it's necessary in today's run. If you're in a pug and you're not in voice comms, it is safer to use Mimic to make sure that you have
Yeah, at least once a week, every Monday
morning.
Meron ding Thursday, pero
Mimic to mimic your blink. So you can blink twice in a row.
Hindi ako sure kung...
That's probably how I would use it. At least while you're learning anyway. Once you're confident that you can get past the cave without double blinking, then you can save your minions for the portal. Okay, so heading through the portal, I'm gonna let you go first this time, Demi, so it's a bit easier for you. And I'll head in behind you. So make sure you don't get hit. Anything that hits you will stun you. And you have to go from fountain to fountain. If you don't touch the fountain, you'll suffocate to the poison gas. There's no particular route, just go from fountain to fountain.
Hey, Doy, morning!
Any way will work. There's many routes you can take. Just fountain for fountain.
High IQ time na naman ngayon. High IQ time.
Hopefully I don't miss any.
Good. You can actually skip some if you want to. You take some damage along the way. Maybe pop a heal skill, getting quite low. Link to the end. Oh, just over here to the right. You're going backwards. There you go. Maybe go up, get the cooldown, double dodge. Enemies on you. Don't want to go down today. Coming up in here, glide over. Okay, cool. Everyone else on the ground, you guys are just waiting for a portal.
Oh, we're
once
grind
Demi, once
Monday,
you're
yeah.
full health, say hello, you can wave to the team up here. They can look at us, we can look at them. You guys just defending yourselves. You can go no further. If you try to go much further than that, you'll notice that the ground ahead you get bombarded, right? See those raining shells? You can go much further forward. That turns off once you capture the zone. So, Demi, once you're ready, put your F1 on, jump up, F2, F3, you can top, and then portal. So F1, jump up, F2, F3, and then put your portal on your mark when you are ready. Up you go, F2, F3, portal, and down you go. That looks good, looking good. Alright.
Portal
Did it all
now?
on your own.
Should I portal now?
Yep, go ahead and portal. I did mass invis.
Did we go in? Yeah.
Yep, we're going up, stay, and then come back down. As soon as you see that capture zone has been captured, as it disappears, come back down. So the only thing you did wrong there, Demi, that was a 9.5 out of 10 rating. The only thing you did wrong was you need to give mass invisibility and then press your lead.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, I did that on your behalf, so it's no big deal. I did the mass invis on your behalf. So yeah, mass invis first, then portal. And then that would be a 10 out of 10. That's perfect. Alright, friends, moving forward. So by capturing the tower, we turn off all that red AoE, all that, crystals falling from the sky. So now we can move forward. Our objective now is to clear the road forward so that we can pull Glenner into the new white circle. So let's pull Glenner forward into the new white circle.
I don't have him down yet.
Follow me.
That's okay. No, that's normal. Everyone look behind us and we can kill the warg behind us. That's perfectly normal. For the first 2 or 3 wargs that spawn, it is very normal that you're...
Thank you.
Yeah, that's very normal.
Ooh, I'm lacking.
Yep, and after that warg is dead, you can return to the arrow marker. That little tent there, you can return to the arrow marker. Alright, pulling Glenner into the white circle. Everyone else, we should be forming a defensive line in front of the white circle so that Glenner behind us can be safe. Oh, someone, Loyal Fury, you just walked into a bunch of very careful.
2012 pa yung game
I
eh.
went a bit too far.
And then I played
but
first
I
year,
was
second
lucky
year.
and evaded out.
And then umalis ako, and then bumalik na lang ako noong
When you
2019.
rejoin, I think you'll be dead, Demi.
So
I
quite
was
some time.
just in a lag spike and then got disconnected. So
Oh,
I'm
no.
rejoining.
Okay. So I think you've gotten the basics. Maybe I'll show them what the second tower is like.
Sorry about that.
May group kasi. Pag may group, hindi nakakatamad. Di ba? Pag walang group, mabilis ako tamarin.
Yeah, okay.
Kaya after a year or 2, umalis ako.
Kasi
wala na akong friends na naglalaro.
Mass invis up, stacking on the tag, taking the portal on the tag. The portal up. There is an audio cue. Area clear. That lets you know that you can go back down. When you hear that area clear or tower secured, there will be a voice line. We're gonna /GG so Demi can get a little bit more practice. And then I reckon this third pool, we can just go for this third pool. So I think Demi, you kinda
Nalaro
got
mo
to
ba
the point
to?
now.
Dati?
You just kind of go up
Or
there
what
and drop a
MMOs do you
portal.
play ba?
The only thing that you need to do now,
Dami din kasing
there's no
gagawin.
need to go through the cave anymore. So you only have to go through the cave one time. After that, there's a lovely ley rift that we can take instead. So the ley line gliding, the ley line, will take us to the top instead. Okay.
Got it.
Does anyone have any questions about anything that I've seen so far? The hardest role here is the tower chrono roll. When the tower chrono roll does their job,
Pero any MMO,
all
wala.
everyone else has to do
I think
is just,
Ragnarok Mobile
keep
yung
the
meron
NPCs
yun, no?
safe and head along the roads, pretty chill. Cool.
Does the warg
whoever's at war, do you want to switch? Like, so you can get experience for the how to do this?
Good question. Does someone want to be relieved from war duty? Sure. Okay, so you can follow the team now, and then we'll switch up war duty. So that way you guys get to both, kind of participate in the front group, because the front group's kind of doing the interesting stuff. All right, Demi, heading through the cave. I'm gonna let you go first. Again. The reason being, if we both go at the same time, Demi, all the mobs attack you, and whoever's right behind you gets absolutely wrecked.
I'm nigh in victory.
Just making sure that you double blink as needed, using any weapon skills you need, everyone has to keep yourself safe, you have the skill when you get low, all that good stuff.
No.
That's the way forward right there. Oh no. Yeah, this is the safe
I'm in a
part right
lag
here.
spike again.
Oh no.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay, we'll continue.
Adrenaline rising.
Yeah, you made it to the end of the cave. You got the hard part done. Alright, friends, there's a bunch of enemies approaching you. We're gonna kill those enemies in front of you. We're gonna give a lot of stability, especially while clearing mines out. So if you're in the white circle around the mines, there's nothing worse than being knocked back into the red circle that helps you down, right? So make sure you always have stability if you're clearing mines, especially if there's multiple mines. Okay, I'm heading up to the top. Getting my portal ready. We'll be down soon. Alright friends, stacking up, we are portaling in 3, 2, 1. Messengers out, and portals up. Listening for the audio cue, or looking at your chat, waiting for area secure and coming back down. So there's always that, there's always, your own character should always say something like area secure, or tower secure, or something like that, along those lines, and that will let you know the music. Alright, so now we're pushing forward. So we turned off the bunch of projectiles falling down the sky, so that allows us to continue forward again. Watch out for mines along the way. We'll have a back wall behind us, so if a couple of our DPS can look behind and help kill the back wall, that'd be good. It's quite far back. They're doing a good job. Ah, back wall's doing a great job. Nice job. Okay, just pulling Glenna into the new circle, keeping her safe. And then you guys are just staying here and waiting. Just stay where you guys are. You can can't really go any further forward. There's a bunch of AoEs ahead of you. It's very painful. Just keeping Glenna safe. Waiting for a portal which we can turn on.
Wow.
Yeah, mine spawned behind us.
Ooh.
Don't worry about it.
Careful of that. Be careful of that.
I dodged into it.
Oh no. Okay, we're gonna keep going because I think we all get the point of the escort now. Okay, there's one mob left, but just ignore it. Don't do any damage. Everyone's stacking up for portal. Everyone stack up for portal, and we're taking the portal up. Stow your weapons so you don't do any damage and break your invis. Just staying still. You should wait for the area secure. Someone broke their stealth. That's a bit painful. Someone broke their stealth there. So this is what happens when someone breaks their stealth. Very painful. We have not captured the zone yet. Everyone that took the portal back down, you guys went down prematurely. Do not take the portal back down until you hear or see that the capture zone has been captured. That looks like a wipe to me. Everyone go ahead and slash GG. So the contributing factors to why we didn't capture that circle is number one, I think only 6 of us took the portal up, which is normal. One person's on backwalk duty, one person's on babysitting duty, so our druid and our backwalk are never able to take the portal up. So there's only 8 of us taking the portal. Like I said, you normally need 7 or 8 people. We had 2 down people, so one person was dead and Demi was DC'd. We only had 6 people take the portal up to the top, and with 6 people, there were 7 enemies and only 6 of us, so we were not able to capture the zone. So like someone brought it earlier, we're outnumbered, and if you're outnumbered in a capture point, you can't capture. Okay, Demi says to keep going, so we'll keep going. Alright, we'll continue, we'll soldier on, Does anyone have any questions about the boss fight? I think we've gotten the basics down now. The only thing we need to work on is just making sure that we stay at the top and we stay invisible at the top. So your invisibility will be broken if you deal any damage. So if you deal any damage, your invisibility, it's gone.
Yeah, I was wondering if I was meant to go up, but I'll stay with Glenn.
Generally speaking, the druid is not expected to go up, but you can go up if you know that you can still fight, which is her button, right? If you target her and she gets 15 surveilled, you can leave her side for up to 15 seconds and nothing will happen to her, right? So you can leave her for up to 15 seconds. So keep that in mind. If in an emergency, the druid can help out, but generally speaking, you're not expected to.
He's part of Raid Academy. Tapos nagustuhan niya yung guild namin. So sumali na rin siya sa guild. Pero isa siya sa trainer ng Raid Academy. Merong Discord group. And even guild din pala ata sila. Na taga-train lang sila. Taga-train sila ng mga raid. Yan yung gusto nila gawin sa buhay nila.
But if you want to continue 9-man, just keep going.
Yeah. Isa to sa mga underutilized na part ng laro eh. Kasi mahirap eh. Diba? So hindi maraming naglalaro ng raid. Konti lang. So pag konti lang yung naglalaro, hindi na magdadagdag yung developer ng more na ganito. Kasi konti lang yung gumagamit eh.
So the basic thing I need to know is just get
So
out
yung
there,
goal nila is
F1
i-introduce yung more people sa raid
is critical.
for nothing in exchange, yeah? Well, yung raid kasi mismo pag natapos mo yung raid, may rewards ka na eh. So yung raid na lang mismo yung may reward.
Friends, we are taking
And
the portal.
napakabait talaga ng Guild Wars community. I think ito yung pinakamabait na community sa lahat.
Take it to the top, make sure that you stay until the captured zone is captured, so we can go back down. Yes, you can
normally
tell-
only be one, right?
Character one captured zone?
Tower chrono, I mean.
Oh yes, yes. Normally there's only one tower chrono.
So may dalawang tao
But
dito ngayon from
some
Raid
of us
Academy.
bring a backup chrono, because if your tower chrono dies, then it's a wipe, right? So if your tower chrono dies, it is a wipe. So sometimes people bring a backup chrono. Normally speaking, like one person be cave, the other one stay for team, and then like just take over if, you know what I mean? Like they pretend that they're not a tower chrono until the tower chrono dies, and then they take over. Do we have a walk from behind? Oh, one thing I didn't mention about the walks, the doggies. If you try to stun them or hard CC them, they will get angry and run quicker. So just keep that in mind. Alright, friends, we need to clear the way forward. Bunch of enemies here.
Invigorating.
Hey Gabriel, thank you for
Make sure not
sharing.
to pull Glenn into any red
Musta
mines
pre?
behind us. We do have a mine behind us. That will instant kill Glenna as well, our NPC, and if she dies, it's a wipe. Okay, so all that we need to do now is take this lane. I need to take this line. You guys are just waiting for a portal right now. So like, as you guys can see, the road ahead is just full of danger. You guys can not really progress any further forward. You're just waiting for a portal. There's a bunch of enemies here. We're gonna kill these enemies. We're gonna kill these enemies. And the doggy too. We're gonna kill the doggy as well. So when the doggy gets here, we're gonna slow it down. Slow, chill, then mobilize as good. Okay, slow, chill, and mobilize is good. You're gonna mobilize, you can chill it. Do not try to stun it. Do not try to knock it down. It is immune to hard. You try to hard CC it. Not only is it immune, not only does it not work, plus it doesn't. Okay, we're stealthing, stacking up in tag on the portal, and taking it out. Make sure you stay until the capture zone is captured and back down again. Ooh, someone was not stealthed. Alright, down we go. We survived. Okay. And moving forward, so as soon as we capture the zone, the road ahead of us is no longer dangerous. We can move forward again. So this is kind of how the workflow goes. We capture a zone, we move forward, we stay still, we capture a zone, we move forward, we stay still. And we rinse and repeat until we get to the end. I need a little bit of alacrity. My portal has a bit of a cooldown.
6 feet tall.
If
Oh, no.
smooth ang lahat,
Definitely
mabilis,
mine.
pero it's rarely smooth.
I was
Laging
watching that
namamatay. So it'll take
Guess I'll switch over to net.
ilang hours.
Everyone, make sure we stay, keep at least a few people here. We do need to protect Glenn. Glenn is the red shield icon.
Because we
do need
keep
a
on dying,
few
kasi
players to
tsaka
stay and
training
protect
to.
Glenn. Can't let her down.
So, yun lang nagpapatagal. Parang theoretically, you could
Okay, so we're
breeze through
down
it.
to having 2 people dead. So these captures are gonna have to be on point to make sure that these captures go through. Fen, I would actually go up if it's absolutely clear on there, there's no enemies down there. I would actually take the portal as well as a druid here. Because this is kind of an emergency moment when 2 of your friends are dead. Oh no. Okay, everyone go ahead and slash GG. The reason why we're wiping is the tower chrono messed up. If your tower chrono dies, it is a wipe.
Oy! Linus, what's up?
That's because no one else can do it. Is that correct?
Yes. The other way that you could do it, the way that ArenaNet intended this fight to be done, is you have like 5 people capture the towers, 5 people stay with Glennar. No one does it that way. It's way more difficult that way. So no one does it that way. We just kind of send a tower chrono instead. So if your tower chrono dies, it is just easier.
Accelerate.
Demi, if you would like to follow the team, I'll do the cave, and then you can take over after the cave. How about that, okay? So you stay with the team for now. I'll do the first portal for the team, and then you do the second tower onwards, okay? The plan.
I'm not your puppy.
Alright, team stacking up. We are portaling mass invisors out and portals up. Stay at the top until area's secure. Area's secure, go back down.
You're the tower.
Yeah, you should be able to see the circle disappear. You should be able to see dialogue, the ordinary queue, some of the tower secure, so any character that is tower secure. And our only objective now is to make the road ahead of us clear so that we can get Glennar, our NPC, safely into the next white circle.
Nagpa-farm,
And then we wait there
nagre-raid.
for a portal.
So raid ang pinakamahirap na PvE content sa
Right
laro.
there on that white
So
circle.
konti lang talaga yung
Glennar in
nagre-raid
there, and
kasi
then you
konti
guys
lang
are
yung may
just
alam.
waiting. Okay.
Saka
We're gonna kill these
napaka-complicated
mobs in
kasi.
front of us, so we're gonna kill these mobs in front of us. And then
Pero
Demi,
very
after these
rewarding.
mobs
Dito ka
are busy
makakakuha ng
attacking
legendary
our teammates and
armor.
not attacking us, 'cause we're just trying not to
There
die
are
right
3
now.
ways to get
That's how we're
legendary
going to
armor.
tell. We're gonna move ahead here. There's a special rocket that you
Kailangan
can
maganda.
hop onto. Kind of a little bit awkward.
Pwede
but find a
PvP
way up.
or World vs.
So
World.
you can use it to get onto the lane.
World vs. World is tatlong server magkalaban.
The lane rift. And take that lane rift up. So you can see that the first tower is already captured. We get into the second tower that has the capture zone. And then putting your portal in there, giving yourself F1, F2, F3 stability, like usual. Dropping your, yeah, and then dropping your portal and coming back down.
Sorry, the
Oh no. Okay, so everyone, we're checking the portal. Everyone stack up, messengers up. The portal to the top. Hey, nice. Demi's here. Alright, staying invisible
shit.
at the top. Oh, someone took the portal without invisibility, and that's getting us more hits. Can I save you?
Ouch.
Nah,
That was me, sorry.
It's all good. It's all good.
Okay. Let's try to recover. We have 9 people still alive. This should still be fine. Let's kill the walls and move forward. Kill the walls.
Don't
Make sure you
underestimate. Don't underestimate
Try
the
to stun
Guardian.
the wall. Stun the wall. Okay, excellent. Moving forward, friends. Moving forward.
Solo lang kasi yung Genshin or duo or ano. Pag MMO napaka coordinated dapat. Pag raid, pag yung mga mahirap na content,
if Rule, if you can go back and help
And
out that wall,
matagal
only Rule
siya
go back, everyone else
tapusin,
go
hindi dahil na matagal yung
back. So
content.
Rule, if you can go back and help
Pero
the
kasi
wall
mahirap.
behind, heads off again.
So mamamatay kayo lagi. Pero pag makuha mo, napaka-rewarding.
Entire team has been turning around to help that wall. Really want one or two people to turn around.
Diba,
There's a wall that
nakakamiss,
comes from
ah.
behind, there's a wall that comes from the front. So it's
Eh
actually
dito pa
two
lang,
direct
ngayon pa lang
attacks.
ako nag-raid talaga yung mga hardcore na content. Ngayon pa lang.
Alright, Ben, we need to move
Sa buong-
Glenn into the white
sa buong
circle ahead.
paglalaro ko
Also
ng-
keep her safe from the doggy from behind.
ng
So there's a
video
forward
games.
fire
Ngayon na ako
camp.
nagre-raid.
Yeah, there's just a dog from behind. If the dog catches her, she will die. Yep, and then after that, pull her back into safety on the grass. And, yep, you guys are now just staying still, waiting for a portal, just defending yourselves, defending Glenor, killing everything in sight, and waiting for a portal.
Sorry, Rain. I'm still experiencing a lag spike, so
That's okay.
I could leave the raid spot and we could try to find someone else to take my place.
I don't know if we can have it. Okay, killing the walk friends. That's okay. We'll sort it out after we're done with escort. Killing these last mobs, killing these last mobs, killing these last mobs. And then we're stacking up for a portal. So we're stacking if Massive is out in 3, 2, 1, don't deal any damage. And portals on the ground, taking the portal up. Stay until area is secure, then come in. And then pushing forward again. Road is full of enemies, you have to make safe for Glenor to move forward. This next section is the longest section that we have to clear. It's quite a long section. There's like 8 mines in front of us. Something. There's like an absurd amount of mines in here. Oh, we've lost a friend. Right, just moving forward. Okay, so when we clear these mines, it's very important to have stability and not get knocked back by an enemy into the mine. So. Watch out, many mines. Lots and lots of mines. If you have to sneak forward, just be very careful of these mines. Make sure you have stability. If they fear you or they knock back you, you will immediately die to the next thing.
Sige, pero thank you for tuning in, ha.
We need to focus on killing the
Okay,
dog.
bye-bye.
Remember, do not CC the doggy. No stuns, no knockbacks. You can, however, slow it, chill it, or immobilize it. Slow, chill, immobilize.
For streaming. Thank you.
Anything that is stun or a knockback, do not press it on the wall. It will get angry and run you. We have a doggy from behind as well. Let's turn around and help out the doggy from behind. Oh, this has been stunned a lot. So the reason why this is running this quickly, it's been stunned like a lot. Ooh, it took us to wipe out Glenor there and we almost wiped. That was close. Yeah, don't stun the doggy. Don't stun the doggy. No headbutts from the doggy. No, like, nothing that stuns, basically.
Both of our streams are dead. That's sad.
No. It's gonna keep going.
Yeah, no, that's
A bit of a slog, yeah. Escort's not a real boss, guys. This is whoever designed this fight. They weren't.
kind of meh.
It's one of my least favorite boss fights, put it that way. Alright, the white circle has been secured. Let's make a defensive line in front of the white circle so we can get Glenor there. We want to make it safe for Glenor to push through it. There we go. Alright, so you guys are just defending Glenor. Stay put. After you capture a white circle, you're always just defending yourself and waiting for a portal. So what that white circle does is it lets your tower chrono move to the next tower. So there are ley lines that appear. Ley lines are kind of like a freeway for your tower chrono to get to the next tower. If that white circle has not been captured, your tower chrono cannot get to the next tower. So there's no point in sending your tower chrono if the the freeway doesn't quite reach the next tower. That's how you can think of that. If I didn't have a little bit of toughness here, I would die there, that's for sure. If I can get a little bit of healing. Okay, and we're gonna Mass Invis. Mass Invis is out. And portal on the ground. Okay. Excellent. And moving forward, there's only one capture point left, so we're moving forward. We'll be at the end after this next zone. Watch out for these mines. These mines are very sneaky in front of us now. For our backwalk, that's the last backwalk that you need to kill. So after you kill that current backwalk, you can join the team at the front. There'll be a mini boss you can join the team. Alright, friends, proceeding forward, being very careful of these mines. These mines get a lot of people killed.
Keep an eye on backwalk. It has no one currently.
Oh, okay. If Rule, if I can get you to run backwards starting right now, and also Cad, Rule and Cad, if you guys would start running back forward. Actually, no, that's Fen.
I need you here.
Actually, just keep Glenna with us, Fen. On second thought. Keep. And let me pick something up as well. Let's get. Everyone else, you're pushing forward. If you are not with me, you're pushing forward, and I'll come back and I'll help the back row. So, if I can get, let's get our banners. Let's get May as well. If Rule and May, if you guys can follow me, we're going back the way we came. Rule and May. Everyone else, you're pushing forward. Watching out for mines. You're getting to the top of the stairs where there is a white circle, then staying still there. Alright. Rule and May, this is our target. We're killing this doggy here. Do not stun it. You don't want to stun it. Only slow it down. Watch out for the mine in front of us. There's a mine right now. I do no damage. The tower don't do any damage at all. Oh, watch out for that mine. That mine. Very annoying bound. Cheers, Ben. Backwalk has been slain, so we should all be trying to get to the top of the stairs now. Getting Glenna to the top of the stairs.
Help increasing.
Over here.
And proceeding forward. Okay, no more backwalks, so all we need to do now is just kill the mini-boss. Get to the top, kill the mini-boss. Enemies ahead, we have to clear these enemies. We're just trying to make it completely safe for our NPC. Get to the right side of the top stairs. After this, Fen, after you move Glenna into the right side of the top stairs, you can pull her back down to the heart and keep her there for the rest of the boss fight. She will not lose surveilled when the mini-boss is up. Okay, so when the mini-boss is spawned, you can keep Glenna at the heart marker and then just leave her there. You don't need to keep her anymore. Alright, then pull Glenna to the heart marker. Pull Glenna to the heart marker and she's staying there for the rest of the boss fight. You have to stay with her until we capture this tower. Alright, everyone else, you're just defending yourself. You're defending yourself and waiting for it.
Oy, Lucky! Like and share lang, Meg. Sige, thank you. Thank you.
Invigorating.
Alright, so there's two mobs. Okay, stacking up an attack. No more attacks. We're mass invising now, so stow your weapons. And we're taking the portal to the top. As soon as tower's secure, take the portal back down if you can, or someone could get without invisibility, which is fine. It's gone. Just follow the command attack. We can glide down. Everyone, we're heading to the arrow marker now, including our druid. Leave Glenna at the heart marker. She's perfectly fine. This is a mini boss. So all you need to know for this mini boss is you kill her, you whack her really hard, she dies.
Oh, Glenna's gonna be fine?
No mechanics to speak of.
Is Glenna gonna be fine?
One. Yeah, Glenna will be fine. Glenna can no longer be killed. We can leave Glenna completely alone. Okay, so one thing that this boss will do, she will split into two clones. There'll be a red hat clone and a white hat clone. You must attack the clone, the same color hat as you. Everyone check above your head. You have a white or red hat. You have to attack the enemy the same color hat. Every now and then, a doggy will spawn at the arrow marker. So the reason why we're standing at the arrow marker is that these mobs do teleport to us. So if we all stay at the arrow marker, it'll be easier for us to kill the doggy. It's not essential. A lot of teams do like to scroll around and run around, which is perfectly fine. I don't do anything. Just let the doggy have fought. So everyone leave the doggy down, please. Leave the doggy down. Doggy is number one priority. If we let the doggy through and the doggy somehow reaches Glenna, we will all wait. We have to do it all over again. Okay, so while you guys are doing the boss fight, I'm gonna go see if I can pick up our thing. The reason why I'm doing this is I do no damage, so I contribute nothing to the boss fight. Tower corner builds do so. Absolutely zero damage. Take the late line if you want, or you just run along it. Yeah,
I don't have it, unfortunately.
oh, it's okay. Purely optional. Yeah, and then once the mini boss has been killed, we can pull Glenn into the last fight circle and we're done.
Tigda mo lang kali obra niya.
I've got a white hat. Where's the white one?
Your friend.
Oh, really? That means I can't do anything.
No, you can attack the boss. You can attack the boss for the last bit. You can't kill the last one. There you go.
Okay.
Okay, and then after this, I'll do something a little bit unconventional. But we're gonna pretend that no one's streaming. We're gonna keep this a secret between just the 10 of us in this in this raid, right? Like we're not gonna tell anyone about anything.
Sounds
that
good.
happens after this,
Alright, we're not recording this.
Completely
No one will know.
secret. Yeah, exactly. Okay, great. So after we get the boss fight done, we're pulling Glenner over here, and then we're done. And everyone will just head back to the beginning.
you say
So if you
so.
walk into the courtyard ahead, there
Let's
will be a
head
lay
inside.
rift that you can take back to the beginning. So head forward, friends. So head forward, head to the south. Should be a lay rift. Follow one leaf.
What if you don't have lay?
Oh, sorry. This is a lay
Yeah.
rift, not a lay line. So you can still take. It's a teleporter. So lay.
Oh,
Everything's
yeah.
called lay something. It's weird, but. And we're just gonna head back to the beginning of the raid. Follow the path that we took along. I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of a. Okay, we're not going to use the E word exploit, so it's not an exploit, friends. We're going to show you guys an unintended route. If you ever want to play Tower Chrono here, what you can do is you can load in here solo and do a jumping puzzle instead. So, actually, let's start from the cave. Give you guys a little bit of story. This will be very quick, okay? This is the cave. During the boss fight, this cave is filled with absolute poison, right? So the way the cave works, you walk into the cave, you die. If you don't have the masteries, you need for second ticket mastery, you can walk into a like a fountain. The fountain will give you like 6 or 7 seconds of invulnerability to the gas. So you can walk through the poison for 6 or 7 seconds. You need to go from fountain to fountain and then keep yourself safe. And that's how the Tower Chronos normally do their job. But we're not going to be doing that. I'm going to be showing you guys an alternate thing that you can do. Getting through the cave is very difficult. One, because there's a lot of monsters in there. There are mushroom monsters. It doesn't really matter what type of. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Let me show you guys the way that you would actually take during the boss fight. There's a bouncing mushroom that you can use, starting from right here. If you don't have a bouncing mushroom mastery, there is a staircase that you can take instead from the other side. This is the route that you would take during the boss fight. So instead of going through the cave, what you can do is just head over here. This is a very tricky glide to make. You must hug the right-hand side, and you can just barely, sometimes, just barely get onto that ledge. If you
Are
do
you
fall down,
serious?
if you do fall down, you can take the arrow marker stairs up. If you do fall down, go to the arrow marker stairs. This is a very hard glide to make. It's a bit of a jumping puzzle, but once you get to that, so first step is the arrow marker, I guess. Second step is we're aiming for the circle marker. It's just gliding to the circle marker. Oh, it's actually more like over here.
Oh, I'm in a lag spike.
Yeah. I see you running. I saw you drop your portal and you started running to Narnia. That's really unfortunate.
It's like every 8 minutes.
There you
It
go.
lasts for
That's
10
the portal.
seconds.
That's the portal.
No. Okay, got that. Great. Cool.
Nice. Okay, so from here, once you finally make it, we're gliding over towards the circle marker. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. You can actually jump up from there. So gliding over to the circle marker, doing a little bit of a jumping puzzle. There's no particular route, just jumping up, jumping up, jumping up. Should be a way to get over the top. All right. Oh, here, it's over here to the left. Okay. should be able to get quite a bit of height. You can go all the way over to here. Okay. Once you've gotten as much height as you can, you should jump this plant, I think. Yeah, you can. Jumping onto the plant, get as much height as we can. And from the heart marker, heading over to the heart marker where one leaf is. And you can go to the left a bit if you're unsure about if you have enough height. Actually, in fact, you seem to need to go to the left because you definitely don't have enough height. I'll portal you guys up just so you can see what we're doing.
I don't think I have enough. I have 1-2 masteries in gliding because I'm lazy and don't do hard
and then this is
phone.
where you guys need to be. So if you look behind us, this is where you guys would have ended up. This is the exit of the cave. So normally, that's where you would end up from the cave. And what you would do is, if I pretended that I just went through the cave normally, I would normally take the left. So I just finished the cave. I would take this hill here to glide over to where you guys are, and then done. That's the end of the cave, right? This is the end of the cave. And then, this is where we kind of look down at the team. Your team is down there fighting things normally, right? I had that one moment where I was like, you guys can look up and see us. We can wave at you, you can wave at us, right? This is what your team is doing. So you take the bouncing mushroom up, give yourself lots and lots of stability, drop your portal here, you know, and this is the first tower you drop down and give your team a portal. You're portaling them to that very location up there, right? That's the tower that you captured. Okay, cool. I think the easiest way to get back to where we need to go is just GG, I think. Yeah, that's what it is. So if you want to do Tower Chrono exploits or strats, you don't want to learn how to do the cave normally. The cave is very, very difficult. You can do the jumping puzzle instead. The jumping puzzle will let you skip doing the cave. So you didn't hear that from me?
I actually think the cave was easier than that.
Yeah. It takes about the same time. So we teach the cave. This is an alternate strategy. I don't know. You can do either one. Okay, you can go through the cave. You can go do the jumping puzzle. Either one. You can practice this one solo though. You can definitely go through and do this solo. Okay, cool. Let's take a 2-minute break and then we'll start an actually interesting boss fight. Keep contracts are actually really good fun.
Actually interesting.
Yeah, actually interesting boss fight. Okay, so it looks like Demi. Actually, Demi, would you like to go back to Hilbrand? Or do you think? Maybe not a. Would you like to pick a DPS as your choice than Demi? Maybe that way would be better. Yeah. Red, would you like to stay on Hilbrand or would you like to do Quickness? Those are the two options, I guess. So
But I can
Red...
heal brand if no one else is available, for sure.
Oh no, we definitely have heal brands available. It's okay. Whatever's easy. Okay. May, would you like to go DPS or would you like to remain Quickness for a boss fight?
Delusional fanatics can make
For
such
May.
interesting art.
I'll switch characters.
Okay.
Wait, if I change from STM to STM?
You can change from STM to P Chrono if you want, or any DPS you choice. It's up to you. I'm asking whatever you would like to play. Whatever you feel like playing. What's on the May agenda today? What would you like to play?
Okay, since it's the first time I'm doing Karen, I will do P Chrono.
P Chrono? Okay. It's Keep Construct, by the way. Karen is Karen's
Wait.
another beast. He looks very
Wait.
similar actually. Now that I think about
Oh.
it, Karen and Keep Construct both do look very similar.
I totally didn't
Okay,
say
cool.
the wrong thing.
Okay, cool. Okay, I'll do Quickness. Oh, actually, Rad, would you like to do Quickness? I'll do Heal Brand. I feel like Heal Branding today. I like commanding as a healer. You keep like a healer's job is to keep an eye on the team, right? And then, like as a commander, you also keep an eye on the team. So it's just very synchronous. I like to command on a healer. You'll never catch me healing when I'm not a commander, though. I hate healing when I'm not a commander. It's just one of those things. Okay, cool. Cheers. Your Quickness, I'll do Heal Brand.
Rule, do you want to do banners or?
I'm always banners.
Sounds
My
good.
other build is thief, but I do more damage with this banner than with the thief.
More used to the build.
Like Condi banner.
Oh, Condi banners. Not bad, not bad. That's pretty rare. We need more Condi banner players.
That's why I got this
Really
instead of a
nice.
power banner, because I know it's rare.
Yeah, it's super rare. Like, we need so many more Condi banner players. Oh. Guys, if we can just welcome our newest MAG member. Welcome to May. Welcome to May.
Hi, mate.
Welcome.
Hi,
Quiet,
mate.
Rain.
Dude, just a little secret between us and our 8 friends here, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Just ignore the fact that 2 people are streaming.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let me set up the subgroups, make sure everything's nice and optimal. Actually, it looks pretty good to me. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. Yeah, okay, cool. So welcome to Keep Construct. Let's make sure everyone's here. I did let people go on a bit of a bio break and so on. Let's make sure everyone's here. And we can get started with our Keep Construct training. Keep Construct training today, if you came to my previous KC training, the previous KC training, I had a whole lot, lot of people that were semi-EXP on their second run. So that one was really in-depth. We're not going to be doing that in-depth again, don't worry. We're not going to be bursting people's mind, we're not going to be, you know, overflowing people with information today. It's just going to be a normal training session. Looks like we're just waiting on Fen, I believe. Maybe I have 20 seconds to go refill my water bottle. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, be right back, friends. 20 seconds.
Loud.
Sounds good. I always play this as a heal brand, so this should be interesting. Now that I'm DPS.
Alright, I am back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I'm just slowly poaching all the Odra folks over to Mag. Don't mind me.
Yeah, shady much.
Actually, I've only done a couple people so far, I think.
Who?
Smody joined. Smody joined.
Okay, Smurdy's a gym. Like, I'm not.
Oh, I like to pick, I like to either pick, if it's the utility box, I like to pick the sharpening stones. If it's the food box, I like to pick the curry. What is it? Butternut squash or whatever? Not the curry, just the normal butternut. What is it? Like the power food, the power ferocity food. Yeah, that's one. Sweet and spicy butternut. Yeah, that's one. Yeah, I like the. I think that's the most valuable one. Last time I checked, anyway, it's the most valuable one. It's not the most useful one. I mean, I guess these 2 things go hand in hand. The more useful it is, the higher the price is normally. Yeah, it tends to be the most useful one, in my opinion. Okay, looks like Fen's got something to deal with. I know that Fen has done this boss fight before, so maybe I'll get started on the basics of the boss fight, and then when Fen gets back, I'll explain, because Fen has a special role here that he hasn't done before. Then I'll explain that to him when he gets back. Okay, everyone moving forward. We're gonna skirt around the edge. Actually, no, we're gonna stay here at the door for now. This is a good vantage point to have a look at the boss fight. So welcome to Keep Construct. Keep Construct is a power preferred fight. So power is preferred here, but Condi is also fine here. Let me explain why. Keep Construct has a lot of health. He has about 60 something million health. That may sound like gibberish to you. To put it in context, most raid bosses, a normal average raid boss, like, you know, take your Veil Guardian, take your Cairn, you know, take your normal average boss fight, those tend to have around about 20 million. Keep Construct, 65 million health. He's a big boy. He's very chunky. The reason why he has so much health is he has phases every now and then called a DPS phase or a burn phase, where he will take massive increased damage for a limited amount of time. So for a, I don't know, I think it's like a 15-second period of time, he will take like triple damage or quadruple damage, depending on how well our Druid does. He takes massively increased damage for a short period of time. Tends to favor power classes. Power classes tend to do better when there's a short window to do a lot of damage. However, 15 seconds is plenty of time for Condis to also do very well. Just because you're Condi here doesn't mean that you can't do well. Another reason why Keep Construct is power favored is for some reason one of the ANET developers put in the wrong armor value. Keep Construct seems to have a lower armor value than any other boss in the game. We don't know why. He just does. And armor values only affect strike damage. If you are condition damage, your conditions ignore armor. It doesn't matter how much armor the enemy has, your condis always deal the same amount of damage. So that's not to say that condi damage is bad here. Condi damage is the same against everything. It just happens that he has low armor, so therefore power damage at all times, not just during the burst phase, but at all times, just power damage tends to do roughly about 10-ish% more damage. It depends on your power stat and various other things, but yeah, he just takes more damage from power. So welcome, fan. You just came back in time for the actual interesting bit. Okay, so moving on to mechanics. So this is a fight that has 3 phases. So phase 1 is from 100% to 66% HP. Phase 2 is from 66 to 33. And you can probably see where I'm going with this. Phase 3 is from 33% until he's dead. Okay, keep these phases in mind. Okay, keep these phases in mind. We will be trying to get him into a DPS phase. So now that you guys know about the DPS phase, that is our #1 objective. That is our win condition. Okay, so just keep that in mind. If we can get him to take extra damage, that is our win condition. Otherwise, we'll be standing here all day whacking our boss with 60 million HP. It will take us all day to kill him. It will take us ages. Okay, so how do we get him to take extra damage? He has 1 critical weakness. He has, you know, 1 critical weakness, and that is his break bar. All right, his break bar. So when we target the boss, the blue bar under his health bar, if we can break that blue bar, break his defiance bar, he will melt like butter from there on out. Well, not instantly, but we will begin the process to begin DPS phase. So when we begin the boss fight, he will not have a defiance bar by default. His defiance bar is being hidden. He has 2 stacks of a buff. So here's the first mechanic. He has 2 stacks of a buff that hides his break bar from us. This debuff is called Xera's Embrace, okay? There's a buff, it looks like a yellow symbol on his buff bar. He has 2 stacks of it, times 2, okay? Times 2 stacks of Xera's Embrace. We must get rid of this buff. We get rid of the buff by killing the large ghost nearby the boss. Now, what the hell are large ghosts? If we look around the room, everyone just step forward a little bit, you'll notice that there are some statues around the room. Here's 1, here's a 2nd, here's a 3rd. Right, you see them all around the room. Periodically, throughout the boss fight, several of these will start to glow. 2 of them at a time will start to glow. Well, 2 or 1 of them. Okay, some of them will start to glow throughout the boss fight. The glowing statues will spawn a large ghost. So from the glowing, it'll glow red. From the glowing statue, a large white ghost will come out, and then we have to kill that large white ghost near the boss. You have to kill 2 of them near the boss. Okay, that's all you guys need to know for now. Kill 2 large ghosts near the boss. Every single ghost that dies near the boss, so proximity matters a lot. You must kill the large ghost near the boss. Okay, keep that in mind. Very important. Once we kill 2 large ghosts near the boss, we'll break his break bar. Right, that's our objective. We break his break bar. We're gonna be super duper happy that we broke his break bar. And then the boss will disappear. As soon as we break the break bar, the boss will disappear. He has a safety protocol. He knows about his own weakness. He's like, oh no, they found my weakness. They broke my break bar. I'm gonna try to do a safety protocol. What he will do, his safety protocol, is he will summon 3 green circles on the ground at about these locations. So I've just marked 3 locations. I'm gonna be assigning people to a location now. So I'm gonna be assigning Rule. You're gonna be at circle with 1 leaf. So Rule and 1 leaf, you guys are circle. I'll top it actually. Rule and 1 leaf. Whoops.
Got it.
Our healers, so Fen and Rain, that's me. Referring to yourself in the 3rd person, so it's fun. So is Heart. And everyone else. You guys are at the arrow marker. Alright, so does everyone know where they're going? So there'll be 3 green circles. The way that the green circles work is each green circle must have, critical, must have 2 or more, 2 minimum or more is fine, players within them. If not, the entire team will wipe. It is an instant game over if there's if these requirements are not met. So having 2 or more players, yeah, no, right? Okay, now there is one exception for Nebralim. If I could get you to, instead of going to Arrow, if I can get Nebralim, at the start of every single phase, you have a special job. I want you to instead go to the star marker in the middle of the room. So Nebralim, you go into the star marker, there will not be a green circle there. What you will do from the star marker, or just in the middle of the room, I'll get rid of the star marker soon, so just memorize where star is, middle of the room. I will get you to pivot around like a ballerina, keeping your eyes on all 3 circles. If any of them needs an extra player, you will go to that location. So Nebralim, you are our filler, you are our backup, okay? You will go to any circle that does not have 2 players in it.
And how do I? Okay, yeah. So if
Just
there's
walk
not
into
2 players, then I go into that circle.
Yes, correct.
Great.
Correct. So remember, we need 2 or more players in every green circle. If we don't have 2 or more players, we will immediately wipe. Now, the reason why I need a backup. Now, there's one more thing that I will mention, and then we'll get started on the boss fight. If you have a purple diamond above your head, you must follow my instructions. So if you have a purple diamond above your head during this phase, I will always get you to run to the green marker. So regardless of whether you have been assigned to heart or circle, if you have a purple diamond above your head, I would say fixate, run. So fixate is the purple diamond. I would say fixate, run to arrow no matter what. Okay? When I say fixate, run to arrow no matter what, Nebralim, you have to keep an eye out. If that fixated person had to run over from heart to arrow, right? Then now there's only 1 person left at heart. You must fill in for that.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's give this a pull. So that's a lot of explanation. So to recap mechanics, statues will start to glow red. We will stack at the red glowing statue, killing 2 large ghosts near the boss, breaking his break bar, and then killing the boss. That's fine. This is going to be a practice pool. I'll drop food. Remind me in 1 or 2 more pools. Drop food. So everyone's stacking on the commander tag. This is going to be where we start the boss fight. Actually, what's everyone's toughness? Does everyone have higher than 105 toughness? Anyone have higher toughness than that? Or does everyone want to practice tanking? Okay, I'm assuming that I can tank a 1005 toughness then. Okay, I'll just tank with 1005 toughness. Okay, so doing big damage on the boss wherever he ends up, we're just going to do big damage to him. Our first mechanic is we're listening for an audio cue. There'll be a sound of a ghostly whisper that lets us know that the statues have started glowing red. We'll run to the red statue. Just listen. I heard it. There's a glowing red statue. It's random which statue glows, so we just have to all stand at the glowing red statue. From this glowing red statue, there's a white ghost. So target and kill the white ghost. Target and kill the white ghost. His name's called Vociferous. He's 30%, he's 20%, he's dead. Excellent. Turn around, we're gonna kill the second white ghost. Dodge the red circle, don't want to get stunned. And we have to kill the second white ghost. Kill the second white ghost. Also the outer must die, also the outer must die. And that's the second ghost. Zero's embrace is gone. We have a break bar. Break the boss's bar. Break the boss's bar. CC now, CC now. When we break the break bar, he disappears and green circles. So everyone to your assigned locations. If you have a purple diamond above your head, step cool. Yep, get into the circle marker. Excellent. Okay, cool. We're killing Core Vociferous. Now for Fen, all you're gonna do is just push it all round and round, trying to get as many whiffs as we can. Looks like it goes to the right. I'm gonna give you a hand. Alright, during this phase, friends, all we are killing is the large white ghost. We can tell which is the large white ghost. 1, it's bigger, and 2, it has a purple line attached to it. That's the only mob that we're killing. Do not attack the little ghost. Only attack the large white ghost. You can tell which one the large white ghost is by the fact. Nope, friends, you're attacking you're attacking the wrong mob. Only attacking the large white ghost. Nothing matters. After this phase is done, save your big cooldowns. We're doing big damage on the boss. Boss is taking quadruple damage right now, or triple, a little bit of damage, extra damage. Look at the fact that he has 4 stacks of this. He has 4 stacks. That is triple damage. Yeah, he's taking triple damage. So big damage on the boss, big damage on the boss, big damage on the boss. And it has faded. DPS time is over. So what we're going to do is going to kill 2 more large ghosts with the boss. We're going to kill Jessica the Benevolent and then break his break bar. Everyone focusing on Jessica the Benevolent, the large white ghost. And then CC boss now, CC boss now, CC boss now. Everyone stay, greed CC on the boss. Do not run, do not run. Just greeting CC and that will go away. Resing our friends, healing up. And then go into your assigned location. Go to your assigned location before the yeah, and Neverland, if you have the purple diamond above your head, you can run to it. Okay, friends, do you see this red core in the middle? This purple ball in the middle is called the construct core. Everyone look for the construct core. Does everyone see the construct core? The purple orb that Fen our dude is pushing around. We must never ever hit that orb. Any damaging attack on that core is very, very bad. Make sure you do not accidentally hit that under any circumstance at all. Any bouncing attacks, any fire throws from the gun, anything that deals damage, attacks for example. Do not deal damage to that core whatsoever. I'll explain why very shortly. We have phased him. Look at his health bar. He is phased to 66%. We are done with phase 1. Right now, you have a hat above your head. Please collect orbs of the same color as your hat by walking into them. Now, if you need healing, or these orbs that you are collecting, they are good. We want to collect these orbs. However, they will damage you. If you need healing, stack underneath the boss's feet for healing. We are not chasing you. There are 10 of you to heal. Our healers cannot chase you. If you need healing, come under the boss's feet. We'll aim our healing at the boss. So collect as many orbs as you can until you need healing. Come under the boss's feet. Right after this, we are going to be stacking towards the arrow marker. So when the boss stops T-posing, see how he's T-posing right now, arms that wide? When the boss stops T-posing, head to arrow now, head to arrow now, head to arrow now. And he has gone kaboom. Okay, actually, let's go ahead and wipe. That's a lot of downstate players. We probably could recover. We're going to GG here. Everyone go ahead and slash GG. Key things to note, he went kaboom at the end there. We're going to explain all these mechanics very shortly.
So would it be better off to dodge there because that was pretty quick?
The big kaboom?
Like the window between the AoE and the boom was pretty quick.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll explain that. You cannot dodge roll that attack. Okay, so there's two mechanics I need to explain. Okay, there's two mechanics that I now need to explain. First thing is, if you look at chat, I linked Compromised, a debuff. It was on the boss, and he had 4 stacks of it at that point in time anyway. Compromised, it reads, when the boss is compromised, he takes 75% increased damage per stack. He had 4 stacks of that. He was taking plus 300% damage. So I guess he was taking quadruple, because a total of quadruple damage, right? So for 15 seconds, or however long that buff stays for, the boss is taking quadruple damage, okay? So every single attack during that time really mattered. That's big boy damage time, big damage time. Now I have 2 mechanics to explain. So, cast your mind to the green circle phase. Imagine that you were just at your green circle that you were assigned to. Everything went swimmingly, there's 2 people in each, we did not wipe, everything is going fine. When the green circles fade, if you look at the middle of the room, there will be a construct core, just the one that spawns in the middle of the room. That's the skull, that's the purple orb that has a red skull above it. No one is allowed to touch that. No one at all, except for our druid, okay? It is our druid's job to push that orb by attacking it. So the way that the orb works, any damaging attack, okay? Any source of damage, any damaging attack on the orb will push it away from the source of damage, okay? If you have any traps, you have any fire fields, you have any bouncing attacks or AoEs or whatever have you that attacks that orb, our druid will lose control of it. The orb is very easily confused. It's like, who was the most recent one to attack me? Who am I moving away from? If multiple people attack the orb gets very confused. It just flies to Narnia. It just goes to it's just out of control. It has no idea who it's meant to move away from. It just moves in a random direction most of the time. So make sure you do not attack the orb. The only person attacking the orb will be our druid. Our druid will push the orb around, and our druid is pushing the orb into multiple of these lightning rifts. They look like a rift, a purple lightning bolt, and the more rifts that our druid can collide the orb into, okay? Every rift that the orb collides with gives us 1 more stack of compromise. So every single rift is 75% more damage, okay? Keep that in mind. If you want to do big damage, you need to stay out of your druid's way. The more our druid can push the orb around successfully, the more rifts that the druid can get to, the more damage we deal. A significant amount more damage per, okay? So that's all we need to keep in mind. Fen, that was a really good job. Was that your first time?
Yeah, I do have some questions about the split phase. Is now a good time?
Yep, this would be a great time.
Okay, so I put my pet on passive. I've taken off auto attack on my staff. Clockwise or anti-clockwise?
The direction that you run is to run away from those little ghosts. So there are little ghosts and big ghosts, right? The little ghosts are called retriever ghosts. You're gonna run away from them. If any one of those little ghosts catches up with the orb, yeah. So the ghosts kind of spawn in a random-ish direction. I will just run away from them. So when you push the orb forward and it's time to decide to go, left or right, clockwise or anti-clockwise, I'll just go in whichever direction is away from those retrievers.
Okay. Can I slow them down at all? Like I tried to tangle it. Okay. Okay.
Nope.
Yeah. All right.
I'll just bring Nature Spirit here. Okay, so that was the first mechanic. So that is how DPS phase works. So once that is done, once our druid has gotten as many rifts as they can, the boss will land and the boss is stunned. The boss will take massively increased damage, depending on how well our druid did or how well we helped our druid, or didn't interfere with the druid rather. And then we get to damage the boss as much as we can. Now, when we get the boss to 2 different phases, so at 66 and 33, orb phases, okay? Let's talk about the orb phases real quick and what the hell is actually going on. You will gain a hat above your head, either red hat or white hat. We have mastered that. You must collect the orbs before they get to keep construct. So by walking into an orb, that orb will blow up on you. You will absorb the orb, okay? You will make that orb disappear. What you are trying to prevent is that orb reaching the boss. Now, every single orb that we let through, every orb that we quote-unquote leak, right? We don't catch it, and the boss absorbs every single orb. He will gain 1 stack of a buff, okay? It's called Magical Explosion. So if he has 1 stack of Magical Explosion, he does a little bit of damage. If it's 2 stacks, it does twice the amount, and so on and so forth. So the more stacks of Magical Explosion, the more orbs that we leak through, the bigger the damage the explosion at the end of that phase will deal. Is a one-shot KO if we let more than 33 orbs through. So we are aiming to stay under 33 orbs. If you let more than 33 orbs through, it's a one-shot KO. I would recommend we should aim for under 20, okay? 33 orbs is a one-shot KO. We should aim for 20 just so we don't have any downstate plays. Does that make sense for everyone? That's all the mechanics so far. Right? All the new stuff has been explained. That's actually the majority of the boss fight. There's only one more dangerous thing to explain. I can point it out on the fly. Alright, let me know if you guys have any questions. And we can walk in. That's just the way that the
Ibang boss to sa kanina. Yes, ibang boss. Iba
okay. So homework this time.
So parang
is
tatlo
we
kasing
must make
boss
sure
per
that we
raid
kill
eh.
every
Or
large
4.
ghost near the boss. So this time here, I want you guys to start paying attention to the fact that every large white ghost has a fixate. It will target someone with a purple diamond, right?
Yung
So the
kanina
large
parang
ghost is
hindi-
following the purple diamond.
hindi
That's
naman
all you guys need to know.
challenging.
for
Yung
this
challenging yung
pull. And we're
papunta.
gonna use that to our advantage later by using that fixate to position the ads to where we need them to be, which is near the boss. This next pull here, we may have a mechanic where all 10 players may need to run away from each other. Big red split circles. If we get it, you'll know. It's pretty easy to do. So big damage on the boss. First mechanic that we're waiting for is the audio cue. Where you hear a ghostly whisper on the wind, which lets us know that the red ghost is spawning. You can also just look for the red ghost. There it is, red glowing statue right on top of us. Best possible location. This random every single time. We've got the best possible location. This one's right next to us. From this glowing red statue, a large white ghost over here. Let's kill the large white ghost now. We must kill him quickly. And he is already dead. Excellent, he is dead. So we're targeting the second white ghost, dodging the red circle, and everyone run away from each other. If you have the purple fixate, stay with the boss. Stay with the boss if you have the purple fixate. The reason why the fixate is staying is we do not want the large ghost to move away from the boss. Remember, we're trying to kill the large white ghost near the boss. Everyone come back and kill Olsen the Elder. That was an excellent fixate for one leaf. Good job. And we're killing Olsen the Elder, and that's the second ghost. Now we can break the break bar. So we kill 2 ghosts with the boss, then we break the break bar. Everyone CC now, dodge the red circle, you don't get a stun. You get hit by that red circle, you get stunned for a million years. And we have broken his break bar, so get to your location now. Everyone to your assigned circle. And at Nebralim, it looks like you can go to... Yep. So, okay, so there's a construct orb in the middle. Do not damage the construct core. Our job here as the main team is stay in the center of the room. Stay out of our druid's way. Do not hit the construct core. So as we are damaging Fayella Fastidious, make sure that you do not hit the construct core. Ooh, orb's going a little bit out of control. Someone's auto-attacking the projector, the retriever ghost. You don't need to kill this ghost. The little ghost is the retriever ghost. They do not need to kill. Boss has landed. He has 2 stacks of compromised. 2 stacks of compromised. Let's do as much damage as we can. Okay, Henley the Tremulous needs to die. Kill the white ghost Henley. Henley needs to die now. Oh, we have a bad streak. Everyone, let's look at this big red ghost. The reason it's big red ghost is 2 large white ghosts spawn and we run /GG. Everyone go ahead and /GG. The reason for that is this run is over. This big red ghost is so dangerous we cannot kill him. Look at how he has all our boons. Right, the big red ghost, he steals our boons. If we don't have any boons, he steals all our boons. He's very hard to kill. He has tons and tons of HP. When a big red ghost spawns, it is a wipe. So, let me talk about why it is. Oh, good.
They came from both sides. I didn't know what to do.
Yeah, no, all good, all good. It was no one's fault there. It was no one's fault there. Okay,
Kaya
so the reason why
pag
the
may
large
red na
white ghost
ghost-
spawned there, I mean, sorry,
Pero
the big
white-
red ghost spawned there is when 2 white ghosts, so 2 large white ghosts touch each other, they spawn and make 1 mega ghost. The big red ghost is a wipe. So if we let 2 white ghosts touch each other, they will wipe the team, okay? They will turn into a big red monster, and that is a wipe. So, what could we have done to prevent those 2 from touching each other? We could have killed the large white ghost a little bit quicker. So, Let's work on that next. Keeping in mind, if you have the purple diamond above your head, you also have a link. There is a tether. So the tether lets you know which of the white ghosts is following you, right? So there is always a tether and a purple fixate, which lets you know where the ghost is going, the large white ghost is following, okay? If you have it on you, you can control where that large white ghost is going. I'm going to use that to our advantage. If you have the large ghost following you, you have the tether above your head, you know that one of the ghosts is following you, you want to position your large white ghost such that it's underneath the boss, okay? Never ever leave the boss's side, and always position your ghost underneath the boss, okay? Alright, let's do that again. Let me know if anyone has any questions. Doing a really good job.
I'm gonna
I
have to
forgot to drop
leave
food.
after this pull.
Okay, all good. I'll just drop some food. There. There you go. Eat your food. Alright. Big damage on the boss is like 5 or 10 seconds where you just get to freely DPS him before we even have to destroy the Big damage, 40 Q or visual Q. There it is, I hear it, and I see it. It's right behind. Same location as the last one. Very important that we all go to the glowing red statue. The reason being, this spawns a large white ghost. Now we must kill this large white ghost very quickly. So angle the counting, the first white ghost, he is dead. Now imagine what would have happened. See the second white ghost that's coming in, target and kill the second white ghost. If the second white ghost collided with the first one before we killed it, then we'd be in trouble. Make sure you split out, make sure you spread out. And we come back and we kill Fayela. So come back and kill Fayela. Fayela needs to die. And then Zoe's Embrace is gone. There's 2 stacks of Fayela's Embrace gone. We need to CC the boss now. Big CC in the boss. And the bar is broken. Green circle time. Go to your side location. If you have the purple diamond above your head, you must go to arrow. Looks like we need another friend to circle. There you go. So making sure that we do not accidentally touch the construct core. We must kill Olsen the Elder. We know which is the large ghost by the fact that it has a big tether to one of our players. So if it has a big tether to one of our players, that's the big ghost that we must kill. Do not attack the little ghosts. We do not need to kill those. Yeah, no need to attack the little ghost. No need at all. Saving your big cooldown. So you should be in the correct weapon set to do your opening burst. Remember, when the boss lands, the boss is taking quadruple damage. We want to do our big opening burst starting right now. He's taking massive damage right now. He's taking massive damage. Big damage, friends. Big damage. Do as much damage as we can. And if you have the fixate, come to the front. Yep, perfect. That's an excellent fixate. You see how our fixate moves the ghost such that it's underneath the boss? We just keep attacking the ghost and we keep attacking the boss and the ghost is really bad. Let's see. Let's go ahead and CC again for a little bit of practice. Go ahead and CC. Break the bar, break the bar, break the bar. Break the bar, break the bar. You didn't need to, just doing this for practice. Everyone go to your assigned location. If you have to fix it, please go to arrow.
No matter.
Minimum of 2 people per, yep. If you see that everything has 2 Nephilim, you can come back to arrow and help kill the ghost. So what the strategy does, we make sure that the ghost is always at arrow. So our job here is to stay in the center of the room, killing any large white ghosts. We cannot let these large white ghosts build up. If 2 of them collide, it will wipe the team. So we need to keep these ghosts clear of the arena. We just cannot let them spawn. Yeah, Fen, you can actually go ahead and push it out if you want, or just push for practice, up to you. In a real run, what you would normally do there is just go for 1 orb. The reason being that we know the boss is facing, so you don't need to get that first 17. So it's up to you whether you want to practice, but the real call there would have just been to push it out. So it's up to you. From now on, I reckon that we can just push it out. Okay, so everyone collecting orbs of the same color as your hat. The more orbs that we leak, we've leaked a lot already. He's already at 14. If you look at the boss's bar, keep collecting orbs, don't get too distracted. If you look at the boss's bar, he has 21 stacks right now. That blue buff that is stacking upwards. 25 stacks. Oh, this is going to be painful, friends. We need to collect more orbs. 29 stacks, friends. This is going to be very painful.
I'm not collecting any orbs, and I'm...
Yeah, you need to run through them. Okay, 32 orbs. We are all dead, friends. We are all dead. Alright, so So the reason why we wiped there was the boss got to 33 stacks. If you hit to 33 stacks, you will immediately die. That was a big explosion. Okay, so let me talk real quick about... So everyone just stay here. And do a little bit of role-playing. There's a couple things I want to role-play. So let's imagine that the boss is here at Star, okay? Star is the boss. Star is in the center of the room. When we are collecting orbs, for example, there's a red orb incoming. There's a red orb incoming this
Hindi,
way.
nalito din ako anong gagawin eh. Ba't zero yung damage ko? Hindi ko alam gagawin. Dapat pala nag-ano na ako.
A lot of people are chasing the red orb from behind. You're never going to catch it, okay? A lot of people are also trying to do a drive-by. So as the red orb is coming forward, right, the red orb is coming forward, people are driving by at a sideways angle, right? So if you swipe it at a sideways angle, your ping will make it so that the hitbox, you're never going to catch it, right? So if you're swiping it at a sideways angle, the orb at a sideways angle, you're just never going to catch it. The best way to get to the orb is stand in front of it and stand still. So let the orb move into you, right? Let the orb move into you, you're guaranteed to catch it. Or you can move through the orb a bit, right? That's the best way to catch an orb. Now, the other thing, yeah, especially with high ping. Okay, the other thing I wanted to just quickly roleplay, very quickly roleplay, is our positioning. So during the DPS phase, that last DPS phase, we had a perfect fixate. So whoever had fixate last time, they did a perfect thing. So if we imagine this large white ghost over here is spawning, so there's a big red glowing statue over here, right? Large white ghost comes out. Okay, so that's a large white ghost here. Okay, this red is a large white ghost. Okay, this is an enemy, right? The way that these large white ghosts walk and follow people is someone will gain a purple marker above their head, right? So imagine one of you guys has a purple marker above your head, right? That large white ghost will walk towards the purple marker. That's what it does, right? There's a tether. You can think of like there's a white line, right? There's a white line like, oh, that's not a white marker. What's the white marker again? This one. Yeah. There's a white line, like a white tether, right? There's a white tether going in between these 2 points. So the large white ghost is tethering towards the fixate, purple diamond. There's a large white tether here, okay? This is the predicted path. The large white tether is the predicted path that the ghost will take. That ghost would walk, in this case, will only walk to here, right? Look at where the boss is. Look at where our fixate is. Look at where the ghost is, okay? That's a really far distance away. So our tether, whoever had the fixate, if you're standing on the wrong side of the boss, that ghost will not come near the boss. So as we're, imagine that we're attacking the boss, right? And we're doing big attacks on the boss, we're not hitting the ghost. The ghost is the heart marker, right? So what we could do instead, if you have the fixate, instead of standing there, you can move over here to the other side of the boss, just a little bit to the other side of the boss, right? And now that white beam, so if you imagine that white beam again, right? There's a white beam predicted path is going through the boss. You want to make it so that your white beam always goes into the boss, okay? So now that white beam will make the large white ghost go underneath the boss, right? So just making sure that the ad is always underneath the boss, okay? It's the most important thing. Okay, does that make sense for everybody? Any questions about anything that we've seen or anything that we just explained? The most important thing. Okay, cool. Let's move forward. Yep.
I've got to head off now.
Yep.
But thank you so much for running. It was a lot of fun.
Sure. The only thing you need to know that we haven't encountered yet is in phase 2 and 3, he gains a new attack called a donut. It's just a circle underneath his feet. It looks purple and you're just not meant to stand in it. That's the only thing you haven't seen. But yeah, you
Right, donuts like in the slug one.
Chakarant. Yeah, just like in Chakarant meta in TD. It's just a purple AoE under his feet. It's always under his feet. So just stand in it and you'll be fine. Yeah, that's all you need to know.
Cool. Thanks a lot. Have a good day, everyone.
Patches.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Alright. Do we have anyone that could come in? Anyone want to come to keep construct? Poke a few friends if you have any online. Yeah, we can try to grab a guildie, and if we can't grab a guildie, we'll just use the LFG tool, grab a random 10th person. Just continue the training that way. But we should definitely try to grab a guildie first, if we can. Yeah, just reach out to any friends. See if anyone wants to come. I'll throw us up in the LFG in like 2-3 more minutes, just so we're not waiting around for too long. Alright, so once we are finished talking to NFL guildies, how about we give us a 9-man pool? We'll just give us a little quick practice pool. That's what we'll do.
Hey guys, Why Sunny said sure, so I'm gonna
perfect.
invite.
Excellent. Very good. Yeah, I was trying to avoid a situation where like we ask a bunch of our friends and then one of them would eventually say yes, and then like we already got an LFG book or something. So yeah, this works out a lot better. This works out a lot better. Hello, hello, welcome.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Hey, welcome.
Sali ka. Uy, libre lang yung Guild Wars 2. Bili ka. Bili
Oh,
ka.
because Ned
Download mo na.
left,
Libre lang to.
We might need another.
Yung expansion hindi, pero laruin mo muna yung
whatever
base.
the role is of the person who stands in the middle and.
Yeah. The fill. I got it. We'll get. I reckon we'll get one of our thieves to do it. So actually, why Sunny, have you done Keep Contract before? Why Sunny, have you done? Would you like a rundown? You've never done Keep. Okay, so what we'll do is assignment-wise, if Raphael, if you could be the one in the middle, if you could be the backup in the middle, Raph, if you could take over the job of the backup.
Sure.
And then I'll just do a very quick rundown, just so Why Sunny gets nice and caught up. It's going to be a very quick rundown. So for Why Sunny, welcome to Keep Contract.
So kung da-download ka ng Guild Wars 2, pwede kita samahan sa mga quest mo sa umpisa.
Yeah,
Hanggang maka-level 80 ka.
Yeah.
Level 80 lang naman yung cap nito eh, tapos wala
all
na.
you need to know about
Like
this boss
ever.
fight is that every now
Simula
and then,
nang nilaunch
some of
yung
the
game na
statues,
to
see the
hanggang
statues at
ngayon,
the edges of the room,
level 80 na
some of them
talaga
are
yung
gonna
max.
start to
So hindi siya gaya ng ibang
glow
MMO na
when they glow
after
red, they're
isang
gonna
expansion,
spawn an ad.
iba na
It's
naman
called a
yung cap,
large ghost. They
tapos
have weird
hahabol ka
names.
naman sa levels.
Don't worry about their names. They're
Hindi
like called
ganito sa game na
Vociferous
to.
or Jennifer or whatever. It's just weird names. We're gonna kill those large white ghosts, but we must make sure that we kill those large white ghosts when they are near the boss. Now, the reason for that is when a large white ghost dies near the boss, is actually getting rid of a buff on the boss. We need to get rid of 2 stacks of the buff on the boss. So, long story short, we're just killing large white ghosts, which spawn from red statues near the boss, okay? Now, these large white ghosts, they follow somebody. You can tell if it's following you by the fact that you have a purple diamond above your head, the fixate, okay? These mobs follow, the large white ghosts, they follow a fixate mechanic. So if you have the fixate, you never ever leave the boss's side, no matter what. It could look like the world's blowing up around you, you would never leave the boss's side. If you go downstate, at least you went down near the boss and you kept the ad there with you, right? So no matter what, you must stay near the boss if you have fixate. If you don't have fixate, feel free to dodge and run for your life if you need to, okay? Once we get to a phase where I say everyone get to your position, Why Sunny, you'll be going to the arrow marker, okay? So there's 3 markers on the ground, you'll be going to the arrow marker, Why Sunny. Key critical knowledge for you is when I say, everyone do not touch the construct core, there'll be a purple orb that spawns in the middle of the room. You must make sure that you do not damage that at all. Even accidental damage, any traps on the ground, for example, or your like Thieves Guild pets or something, don't attack it. No sources of damage are allowed to hit that construct core. Thief's pretty good. Thief doesn't really have anything that monsters around. Okay, that's all you need to know for now, Why Sunny? There's going to be a DPS phase, so for your planning purposes as a DPS player, there will be a phase eventually where the boss takes quadruple damage, so you want to save your cooldowns for that phase eventually. Use the cooldowns as normal, just pop them off cooldown at the beginning and then you can adjust accordingly later. Alright, any questions? We can get started. Okay, so we always start on the left-hand side of the room. One of these statues will glow, we will go to the glowing statue. So we fight the boss for a bit, and whichever statue starts to glow, it's completely random every single time. We never know which one it will be. We just run to the glowing statue. The reason for that is the glowing statue will spawn the large white ghost, and guess what? If we spawn the large white ghost on top of us, we get to kill it immediately, and we kill it near the boss, which is very convenient. Alright, pulling in the boss. So, 5 or 10 seconds of full DPS. We're listening for an audio cue that tells us when the large red statue starts to glow. So it's like a ghostly distant. There it is, I just heard it. And the glowing white statue is right next to us. The best RNG possible, the nearest statue. So, this glowing statue will spawn a large white ghost. Let's kill the large white ghost. Now everyone target kill the large white ghost. Very hard to target. Ian in the architect. He is dead already. Now we're killing the second large white ghost from behind. Ian in, what's this one called? Jessica Benevolent. If you have the fixer above your head, you're staying with the boss. Everyone else run for your life. Why suddenly you can run away from the boss. You don't have fixate. You're good to run. Only the fixate needs to stay. Okay, everyone come back. We're killing the large white ghost. It's underneath the boss, very hard to target. It's called Jessica Benevolent. She needs to die now. She needs to die now. Oh, we had a really bad situation. Everyone go ahead and slash GG. The reason why we wiped this time is we had extremely bad luck. This is also good. So why Sunny? See that red ghost there? That red ghost spawns if 2 large white ghosts meet each other. So a lot of mechanics so far. So if 2 large white ghosts meet each other, they will spawn a big red ghost and wipe the team. There's no point trying to kill it. It was so dangerous. I know for a fact that we will wipe. There's no point trying to kill it. I know for a fact that even if we tried to kill it, we'd just be wasting our time. There's no point. It's very, very dangerous. Yeah, so that's all the mechanics. The only thing you need to know now, White Sunny, is once we break the break bar, so once we kill 2 large white ghosts near the boss, we get to break the break bar. Once you break the break bar, you must go to Arrow. And then that's pretty much all the important mechanics taken care of. You'll be caught up with the rest of the team. Alright, let me know if you have any questions. So when I ready check, by the way, if you have any questions, don't ready up to ready check and just let me know. Okay. Big damage on the boss, listening for audio cue or looking for the Lord Red statue. Either one of you prefer. Okay, I heard it and I see it. Statue slightly different but still very good. We must all stack up the red statue. The reason being is we want the boss to come here. We want to kill this this large white ghost. We want to spawn and kill this ghost immediately. See how he's dead already? Turning around will kill the second ghost. Don't get hit by the red circle. The red circle will stun you for minutes. If you have fixate, stay with the boss. Everyone else feel free to run away. If you have fixate, feel free to stay here. Everyone else feel free to run away. Excellent. Come back and we must kill Fayela. They're 20% up. Almost really dead. And then as soon as Fayela's dead, break bar now. Break bar now. See the boss. See the boss. Break bar now. Break bar now. Break bar now. And get to your assigned location. So for White Sunny, you're going to Arrow.
My army is limitless.
Good. To each location. Now, there is a construct core that has spawned in the middle of the room. Do not attack that construct core. No damaging attacks must hit that construct core at any point in time. Follow the commander tag. We are killing the large white ghost only. The large white ghost has a white tether. You can always tell which one it is because it has a big beam of light coming out of its belly. We are not attacking anything else during this phase, especially not the construct core. We are, in fact, making particular care that we do not accidentally hit the construct core at any point in time. Doing a good job. So save your cooldown, make sure you're on the correct weapon set. Big damage. As soon as the boss appears, you'll appear in the middle of the room. You'll be taking massive damage. So big damage on the boss now. He's taking double and a bit damage. 2.5 times the normal amount of damage. This is big damage phase. If you have the fixate, please come to the commander tag. If you have the fixate, please come to the commander tag. You see how your white beam of light goes through the boss? See how your white beam of light goes through the boss's feet like that? Into the boss's legs? That's exactly what I want. See the boss now. There's a break bar, let's break it. Break bar, let's break the break bar. Don't get hit by the red circle, dodge roll if you can. It will stun you for many moves. Good stuff. Go to your assigned location. If you have the fixate above your head, you always get your arrow.
No matter.
That's like 2 in every location. That means Rafi just go back to arrow and help until it. Okay, making sure that we do not hit any mobs. Then we know that the boss is at 70% health, so we don't need to do much damage this next turn phase, but we can use to push that mob down. Everyone, boss is appearing. We must get the boss down to 66% health, which is not going to be very hard because it's 60%. Okay, check the color of your hat. You have a hat above your head. You must collect orbs of the same color as your hat. So match the color of your hat. Walk into orbs of the same color. Keep in mind where arrow is. As you're collecting orbs, keep in mind where arrow is. Keep an eye on arrow. As soon as the boss starts to T-pose, as soon as his arms come in, we will run to the arrow marker, or rather the star marker, which is halfway to arrow. The star marker is the correct one. We're stacking on stars. Keep collecting orbs. If you need healing, stack underneath the boss. If you need healing, stack underneath the boss. There's 10 of you guys taking damage. Our healers cannot chase you. If you want healing, you must stack underneath the boss. Our healers are aiming the healing at the boss. So it will be very soon. Watch his arms. Stop T-posing on the star marker now. On the star marker now. On the star marker now. He has exploded, done a ton of damage. We need to get you guys up. On the star marker, there is a donut under his feet. Everyone look at his feet. That is the purple donut. Do not stand in donuts for the rest of the boss fight. You know that donuts are happening because he's doing this pizza attack. So you see these red triangles? That red triangle is an indicator that underneath there will be a thing. Everyone come to the... What happened there was one of our circle players disconnected and our other circle player got the fixate above their head. So really, really bad RNG there. I recognized what happened when I saw 0 people there. I'm like, oh no. Okay, that's actually perfectly fine because this way we get to practice with all 10 players alive.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
That was interesting.
All good.
All good. We're still practicing.
Yeah, it's good practice. Okay. So Fen, what happened there last time was I deliberately sabotaged your push by attacking your orb out. I only let you get 3 rifts there, and I kind of sabotaged the 4th one. I don't know if you noticed that or not, but that was not your fault, Fen.
It was you!
The reason for that is I kept on wanting us to practice phase 1 a bit more. Okay, so for now, I'm going to stop sabotaging you. I'm going to let you get to the 4th rift, and we're going to do massive damage. We can actually phase the boss in 1.
Up or something.
Yeah.
Ben's a bit of a perfectionist, so it's good that you let him know that.
I know. I was just going to let you stew for a bit and see if you said anything, but you didn't. So... this is how I have fun in raids now. Okay. Okay. So friends, one thing I do want to point out here very quickly is the way that the phases work. So I said at the very beginning that phases work by every 33% HP is a phase, right? So 100% until 66% is one phase. Oh, I typed in the wrong chat completely. Whoopsie. You saw nothing, May. You saw nothing. Okay. So 166% is that's phase 1. Keep in mind that we get to do as many DPS phases as we want until we get the boss to 66%, okay? We could do 1 DPS phase, do a 2nd DPS phase, do a 3rd. It does not matter what is going on. Our only objective is to do as many DPS phases as we need until the boss is at either 66, 33, or dead, I guess. Keep that in mind. People get confused all the time. It's like, what is phase 1? Like, sometimes I do 1 DPS phase, sometimes I do 2 DPS. It doesn't matter what DPS phase you're doing. As long as you can reach, do as many DPS phases as you want, and then until you get the boss to go to orb collection phase. The orb collection phase always happens at those positions, 66 and 33, right? That's orb collection phase. Okay. Alright, doing really good, guys.
Nothing but a
And the funniest thing is, I would help you with an axe pull, so you probably thought that I was helping you out, and then I would like sabotage you after that from afar. Making sure we kill the large white ghost immediately. As soon as the large white ghost, we need to just kill him immediately. The reason we need to kill this particular ghost, his first ghost mini said already, is because the second ghost will merge with him. Right? So we're killing the second ghost now. You guys may also notice that sometimes we have the red circle where you need to run away from killing sometimes. So I'll explain that shortly, but for now, just CC the boss. Big CC the boss. Big breaks, big breaks. More CC, more stun. There we go. And get to your sun location now. If you have the purple fixate, go to arrow.
It's no matter. Repairs are little.
Labay luat nyaga na. Why pa? Nag-noodles na po.
Okay, make sure you don't attack the contract core in the middle of the room. So you should stay in the center once the orb is out of here, right? So we want to stay in the center of the room because that's where the contract orb will generally not be. So you just don't want to hit the contract orb. So just staying in the middle of the room, making sure that you guys save any big cooldowns for the boss. So any big cooldowns should be saved for the boss. Boss will come down and take quadruple damage. So make sure you're on the correct weapon set so you get a huge DPS burst. Boss is going to take more than quadruple damage now. I actually let Fang get 5 orbs this time, so we're actually doing even more damage than ever before. So big damage from this. Boss is going to absolutely melt. We have 5 stacks up, so whatever 5 times 75 is, we take doing that much extra damage. So 375 is an extra damage right now. We're doing like 5 times more damage. And look at that, he's already effect. Look how much damage we did. Absolutely DPS. Alright, so collecting orbs the same color as your hat, so you have a hat above your head. Make sure you guys collect as many orbs as you can. The more orbs that we let through, the bigger damage you'll explode for. Every orb that you collect will make you take a little bit of damage. If you need to be healed up, come underneath the boss's feet. Our healers are aiming their healing underneath the boss's feet. Don't keep collecting orbs if you're low health. White Sunny, come, we need to heal you. For example, you're very low, White Sunny. Look at your health, we need to heal you.
See a lot of reds on the same side. We'll move to the opposite side.
Okay, so keeping an eye on the arrow marker, we're going to stack on the arrow marker, or halfway towards the arrow marker right now. So half towards the arrow marker right now. That one stack up, big kaboom. The explosion does more damage the more orbs we leave. Right? So the more orbs we leave, the more damage the explosion does. So looking at his feet, see that donut? You see these triangle attacks in all directions? That is a good indicator that we need to keep an eye on. So everyone, red statues from behind. Red statue from behind. Always need to stack up the red statues, dodging the red circles, you get stunned for a million years, and then we just start the fight over again. Exact same thing as the beginning. We're killing Engel the Cowplane, which is the first white ghost. We need to kill him quickly before the second ghost arrives. See how that we just killed him just in time? Olsen the Elder must die now. Olsen the Elder has to die. And then don't under his feet. Watch his feet. Don't be under his feet. See how he's stampeding the ground. Look at his animation, how he's stomping the ground with his arms. Right? Don't be under his feet. So CC him now, he has the breakout, and then CC him, red's our friend, and gets your clarification. So that's the donut attack. That's the #1 reason why people die in this fight. You need to watch when he's stomping the ground, when the red triangle is coming in all directions, when there's a purple thing under his feet, just don't shoot back. Purple donut will kill you. Do not hit the puncher core in the middle unless you are our druid. Our default happy place during this phase is in the middle of the room after the puncher core has been moved away. So we are killing the large white ghost only. The large white ghost has the tail.
I've had enough of you.
Alright, so big damage. Make sure you're in the correct weapon set. You save the cooldowns, and when the boss lands, it's going to take like 375 seconds to damage. So as soon as I stop sabotaging the fence, then it's done a perfect job. Okay, so the big damage on the boss is going to absolutely melt. Make sure that it's very important that we make sure that we have quickness and alacrity and all those buffs up during the burn phase, because it's so important that we do as much damage as possible. And it's orb collection phase again. So, collect orbs the same color as your hat, making sure that if you get low health, so the more orbs you collect, the more damage you deal. So every single orb you collect is actually dealing you 2,000 damage. We want to collect these orbs. If we don't collect the orbs, the boss will gain a buff that makes him do more damage. He will explode at the end of this phase. The more orbs we let through, the more damage that explosion does. So keeping an eye on the arrow marker, when the boss starts to T-pose, when his arms come in and he starts T-posing at us, we're going to move to the arrow marker and just meet up there. Okay. And while we're meeting up the arrow marker, we're waiting for the red statue to spawn behind us. So the red statue spawn behind us, we'll run to the red statue. So meeting up the arrow marker now, That was not very much damage because we collected a lot of orbs. Excellent, okay. So looking for the red statue behind us, we're running to the red statue. On our side of the room, remember, there's 2 statues at the front. Our side is right there, near the arrow marker. So everyone, make sure you come to the glowing red statue. He will jump at us, red circle at our feet, dodge the red circle, then we're going to get stunned for it. Dodge that circle, and then just like earlier, you're just killing the boss. Remember where the boss is. He's invisible. He's still here. We can't damage him, but he's still here. So when we kill the bosses near the boss, kill the large ghost near the boss, we keep that location. You might say, come to tag please. Come to tag please. That's too far from the boss. Remember where the boss is. You're too far from the boss.
Populate.
Too far from the boss. Oh, that was a really bad fixate. So we did not kill our second ghost near the boss, and the reason for that is our fixate left the boss's side. So what we need to do now is probably just wait. Yeah, everyone go ahead and GG. So the reason for wiping there is our fixate left the boss's side. Yeah, so the boss is invisible, but you can remember where he is and just keep the fixate near him. Yeah, that was unfortunate. But we have basically seen every single mechanic now. So in phase 3, The only thing that disappears is that the boss will go quote-unquote invisible. We can't actually damage him. Okay, lore-wise, if you listen to the storyline, he's actually not invisible. He's actually up on the roof somewhere. So he's up on the roof throwing shit down at us. So you'll notice that the entire ceiling is caving down. That's actually him throwing chunks of the roof down at us. That's why there's a bunch of AoEs around the room. That's what happens in phase 3. So in phase 3, it's very critical that we remember where the boss used to be and we pull the fixates, the purple diamonds, stand on top of where the boss used to be. So that when we kill the ghost dies near the boss. We always have to kill 2 ghosts. That's the magic number. All good. Yep. What's up?
Go ahead, Fen.
What weapon the Mesmer Elite Spec preview wielding? The Mesmer Elite Spec. I have no freaking clue. I haven't even watched it. I've been so busy with work recently. I haven't like kept up with anything, dude. Like,
Oh,
dude,
so the rundown is ANET announced, what was it? Oh, alliances. And then in the picture there was a picture of a Mesmer, but it was a silhouette. And the weapon, yeah, people are guessing what weapon it is.
Oh, geez.
DirectX 11's coming too.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah, I read that. The red glowing statue somewhere.
Right here.
Here.
Yeah, I haven't been keeping up at all. Like, work has been hectic. So, like, the company I work for is based out of Sydney. So I'm looking at the Melbourne, like a minority branch. So it's always hard to be like on like an interstate branch, right? And Sydney right now is absolutely fucked by coronavirus. Like, they are in full meltdown mode right now. They are like the main city that my branch is based out of. They're in full. So fucked. Oh, okay, we have to kill this ghost very quickly. Ooh, okay. You see that glowing red statue? Yeah, we need to see the boss now. So we narrowly avoided a wipe to be bad RNG because of the statue glowing right from us. That white ghost tried to merge. So we almost had a merge there due to bad RNG. Again, just making sure get 2 people each. That's good. Okay, cool. So make sure we don't hit the contact core in the middle. Yeah. And just killing the large white ghost. Staying in the center of the room. So you guys see how the rifts are located. So if you look around the room, you see how there's a big circle of purple stuff around the edges of the room. That's the rough path that our Jude is taking. Our Jude is basically drawing a big circle around the edges of the room. By staying in the middle of the room, do you see how we always get out of the room? So we know the Jude is going a big circle around the edges of the room. We are not allowed to hit that contract core. So by staying in the middle of the room, we know that we're staying for a fact out of the Jude. So saving your big corners for the boss. The boss is going to land and take like quadruple damage. Absolutely not. Make sure you have the correct weapon set and all that stuff. Make sure that you have your opening burst ready. So you can just auto attack the ghost or whatever, but making sure you have your big burst ready for the boss. If you have the fixate, please come to the commander tab. Remember how we can pull the ghost underneath the boss so you can get both of them. That's very important. Yeah, the boss is absolutely melting now. Look at that. Easy, baby. Easy, baby. And all collection. Yeah, so people are approaching the orbs a lot better now. You're kind of approaching the orb from in front of it and then going through it. There's no side swiping. You cannot side swipe the orbs to that. So, I mean, maybe if you had zero ping, like if you were based out of like where the server's located. But yeah, with the high ping, you know, we gotta. So keeping an eye on the arrow marker when the boss stops T-posing, we're gonna all meet up at the arrow marker. If you're very low on health, I would probably use a personal healing skill to keep yourself alive. The big explosion incoming. That explosion does more damage based on how many orbs we reach. So right now we're looking behind us. As soon as the red statue starts to glow, we'll head to the red statue.
It's glowing.
The same audio cue applies there as well. It's a bit harder to hear that time because the boss is stopping the feet so much. Avoid this red circle if you don't get stunned from enemies. You can also age that if you're a firebrand. If you're feeling very, very positive as a firebrand, age that into killing the second. If you have fixate, please stay with the boss. If you have fixate, please stay with the boss. Everyone else, you feel free to run away. So our goal now is to kill Jessica the Benevolent as soon as possible. Stay out of the boss's feet. He's stopping. See how he's stopping the feet? Get out from under his feet. Get out from under his feet. Yeah, so if you see the boss stopping like that, if you're under in the donut, you will go downstairs. So killing Jessica, no, we've lost a friend. So close. So assisting the boss now. Gonna keep going. Do you see the boss? Yeah, I think that was barely the donut touching you there. Oh, we need to stop
It's no matter. Repairs are trivial.
Keep your hands off that! we've got this down pat now. Killing a large white ghost. Yeah, and in a situation like that, then where there's like absolutely zero ghosts anyway, you just go anyway. Yeah, so it's also customary to have one person designated to help each group. So firebrands are good to help, they have a pull. Mesmers with their focus pull is also a good way to help. Getting Zank or a friend that's very controlled can help out. So big damage on the boss again. Boss has 5 stats. Again, I think it's like absolute 100% flawless record now for Fen. It's like just 5 orbs every single time.
Doing better than Mike.
Yeah, I should just like sneak in another sabotage and then be like, nah, wasn't me. Was that you? Did you have fun? Okay, they're collecting orbs. I'm not being sarcastic, I'm fucking fun. No, it was good for practice. The reason I was doing that was I wanted to practice that phase more. So if we just had both like did a 5 stack and just burnt the boss down, we wouldn't have done much practice. I recognized that our dude was doing too good of a job and I had to sabotage him. I take it as a compliment. It's actually a compliment. Okay, so we're going to arrow marker as soon as he stops T-posing to keep an eye on arrow, keep collecting orbs. He's only at 14 stacks, a really good job collecting. So 15 stacks, it won't be that much at all. So we're keeping an eye behind us. You can read a little bit of DPS here. Make sure you don't go into the donut mode. And red statue is going. Let's move behind us. We must go to the red statue now. Memorizing where the boss is. Oh, Steve,
I just got disconnected, sorry.
Okay, so he's gonna jump on us, give Aegis now, and dodge roll the red statue. So red stun from an English. Killing the Henley, the ghost. Henley the ghost must die. Memorizing where the boss is. Right at our feet, right in the command tag. So if you fixate, stay here, kill the ghost in the yeah, big damage. Killing the ghost. When the boss lands, he will have a donut. So watch the boss's feet, he will have a donut. Watch the boss's feet, he will have a donut. Killing Jessica Never and CCing the boss now. Big CCing the boss, big CCing the boss, CCing now, CCing now. Big CCing the boss. Oh, and what happened there was we were a bit too slow. Let's actually talk about that mechanic that wiped us. Everyone go ahead and slash GG. The reason why we wiped there is due to the alternate mechanic. There are 2 mechanics that alternate between each other. So sometimes you may have noticed that we got a big, alternate players got a big red circle and we had to run away from each other. Other times you may notice that instead of having the big red circle under all of our feet, we had to run away from each other. We actually had a bunch of black ghosts spawn around the room. The black ghost had a color hat. We also have a color hat too. The mechanic that is meant to, we also, the reason why we don't interact with this mechanic is that we normally skip it. Oh, I don't know. Let's go ahead and GG again. Bye, Sunny. You can sell the boss, right? Okay, we totally got this. Okay, so the mechanic that we normally skip is the black ghosts all spawn in. They have a color hat. We have a color hat. Those black ghosts, I like to call them the impatient ghosts. They're ticking time bombs. Each and every single last one of them is kind of like a ticking dynamite bomb, okay? They have a room-wide detonation if they blow up. So we must make them despawn. Now there are 2 ways to make them despawn. If we break the boss's break bar quickly enough before they blow up, they will not harm us, right? So just imagine there's like 5 or 6 ticking time bombs around the room. Like there's black ghosts, they're all a ticking time bomb. Or every single one of those black ghosts, they're ticking time bomb. If we can break the boss's break bar quickly enough, they will despawn. They will not blow up, right? We defuse all of them, they don't blow up. The other way to defuse them is just to go out and kill them, right? If you go kill them, then they won't blow up. However, if you do ever have to kill them, as you guys have probably guessed already, the color of your hat determines which ones you can damage. So if you have a red color hat, you can only damage the red ghosts. So yeah, just keep that in mind. That's a mechanic that we never interact with. Waste of time. That's the reason why we wiped. We're just a little bit too slow to break the break bar, is all. We didn't defuse the bombs in time. That's another bit about it.
Statue.
I have a really hard time spotting the statues. Okay, killing the white ghost spawn king him like immediately. Very important that we kill him before the second ghost. A little bit of a DPS check. We can make it. Dodging red circle, get stunned for a million years.
Lag
This
spike.
time we got- Oh no. It's okay, it's spreading out. If you have to stay here, and we're aiming to kill Jessica the Benevolent.
It's me. Okay, cool.
Yep, yep. Resing our friend, which is, and you see how like if you die near the boss, at least like you can resing, right? Like who cares if you die near the boss? Hitting the boss now. Yeah, so it's actually perfectly fine to be near the boss, even if you die here. You can. You just resing. You just be near the boss. That's the best place to die in a raid. You here first, dying underneath the boss. We just res, just super easy.
You can't win.
Unless it's a donut.
Yeah, let's just go. Then you can. Okay, so doing the same thing as usual. I don't know what. Okay, should I sabotage Fen here or should I help? My friend should flip a coin next time. Oh, I didn't do anything that time. Okay, that time it wasn't me. That time wasn't me. Wasn't me that time. Wasn't me that time. Okay, so what we need to do now, we don't have enough DPS to phase the boss, so remember, we need to phase the boss in as many DPS phases as we need. So this time we know for a fact we're not going to phase it. What we're going to do is we're going to kill 2 large white ghosts near the boss. So there's a large white ghost coming in. If you have fixate, please move the fixate, the large white ghost, and everyone go kill Galetta. We need to kill Galetta, dodge Red Circuit, we have 100 million years, and kill Galetta now. Big DPS on Galetta. I'm going to break the break bar no matter what. So even if the world blows up, just stay here, stay here, stay here, CC boss, CC boss, CC boss. If we break this break bar, the CC goes away. Yeah, look at that, see? The red circles, they go away if we break the break bar. Easy peasy. Just like the fuse in the bomb. You get fixate, you always want to get it. Okay, and we're just doing the same phase again. So this is still phase 1, right? We get to do as many of these phases. We just get to rinse and repeat as many of these as we want until we get the boss to the orb collection phase, right? So we get to do as many of these as we want. Yeah, so we always have one designated person to help the druid. The reason for that, you see those retriever orbs, those retriever projections, those little ghosts? If any of them catch up to the orb, they will destroy the orb. If the orb gets destroyed, then you kind of have to make do. However many orbs we have, that's how much damage you do, right? When you risk it, that's how much damage. So the retriever ghosts run at roughly the same speed that a druid can push. So by having one person help pull, you just wipe it. I guess the orb collection phase, making sure that you guys collect orbs. If you need healing, remember that our healers can't heal alternately. You're all running around like chickens. So our healers just aiming our healing at the boss. So we're just aiming our healing underneath the boss's feet. If you want healing, then just go get your own healing. It's underneath the boss. If you do get low on health, it means you're doing a very good job collecting, because every single orb that you run into will deal roughly 2,000 damage to you, including the wrong color orbs. Don't punch the wrong color orbs, you stick damage for no reason. Okay. Okay, so it's stacking near the arrow marker. Let's introduce a little bit of greenness. So if you stand halfway between the boss and halfway kind of on the commander, you can, right here, at the edge of the dome, you can barely melee, just for a few seconds. Keeping in mind, you must get to the edge, in fact, the red statue behind us, you must go get there. The red statue doesn't move. Yep. So this is only like, you can only greed for like what was that, like 3-4 seconds? That's all you get to greed for. It's not a big deal. If you're not feeling confident, don't greed, right? So that's like 3-4 seconds of DPS that no one needs. Killing the white ghost, down the fight all over. Okay, so the boss tends to gain a donut right when the alternate mechanic comes out. So this time we have the split mechanic. He's gonna donut, so get out from under his feet. Yep, and then killing the large white ghost. It's really hard to see. It's right underneath the boss. Fiala, with our friends. Ooh, Fiala's been dragged out. Oh, and then back again. So we kill Fiala, then break the boss as well. CC boss. Dodge that, you're gonna get stunned. And easy.
It's no matter. Repairs are trivial.
Kate, breathe.
There's our friend.
Keep your hands off that!
So you guys should probably be mastering the fact that you manage your cooldown. So cooldown management right now, especially for our DPS, you don't want to pop anything that has more than like a 10, 15, 20 second cooldown. You want to save it for the boss fight. You want to make sure that you're in the correct weapon set, all of that good stuff, right? You don't want to pop I gave you like maybe a half second. So saving any big cooldowns for the boss fight, so like weapon set for your initial burst, all the good stuff, right? But when the boss lands, every second is critical. Make sure that we keep boozer, but keep the select is very important during the boss phase. But the boss is taking, 5 times the extra damage, everything is 5 times more important. The big damage on the boss, make sure we're attacking the boss, not absolutely not. Alright, just like before, collecting orbs is going to be healing. So remember, every single orb that you walk into could be the right color, could be the wrong color. Everything that you walk into, every single orb will deal damage to you. So don't walk into the wrong color orbs. If the wrong color orb gets walked into, you're not picking it up. You're not just throwing the wrong color orb. So if you have a white hat, you walk into a red orb, and you walk into the wrong color orb, it's just going to go straight through you. You can't pick up the wrong color orb. So there's no point in taking damage from anything. So making sure that we are full health when he explodes. This is a really good collection phase. He's only at 13 stacks. You can tell how many stacks he has by targeting the boss. It's that blue buff on the left hand side. The buff stop T poses meet up halfway towards the arrow marker. If you want to greed, don't greed too hard in phase 3. The reason for that is when the boss jumps at someone. So this, we must get to the wall in time. See where the red section is. Just right there. Okay, so everyone gets to the wall. What the boss will do is this purple line will come up. Everyone watches purple line. That indicates who the boss is jumping at. That will be his new position. So if we're not all at the wall and you get the purple line, he jumps to you and you're not at the correct location, you can wipe the range. So memorizing where the boss is, and we can kill the fixates near, so fixates stay near the wall basically. Come to the commander tab a bit, you're just a little bit too far forward. Come to the commander tab already. There you go, and kill for yellow now, kill for yellow. The donut under the seat. Watch out for the donut, get out from under the seat. Get out from under the seat. Get out from under the seat. Kill for yellow and let's see. CC now, CC. Big CC. Ooh, that's correct. Oh, so we were too slow there? The reason, ticking time bombs blew up. So the reason why we were a bit too slow there was our fixate was a bit too far from the boss, and it took us a little bit long to kill the white ghosts, which means that we were just a bit delayed. So best thing to do is if you're fixated, just remember where the boss is and just kill the boss. And just, stay underneath the boss. Getting really close to it, getting really close. The rest of the boss fight is exactly the same. If we kill that second ghost, just break the break bar, do another DPS phase, bam, boss is dead.
Come here.
Okay, so for Fen, if this wasn't a training run, you would normally aim, so in a non-training run, where people will like try harding and bring like, super duper like bursty power DPS. So some classes are definitely better on Keep Construct than others. So like Soul Beast and Dragon Hunters are really good on Keep Construct because those are the classes that have like a huge burst, right? There's many other classes that do burst as well. But if we were like absolutely tryharding this and bring a tryhard composition, you could get away with as little as 2 rifts in a very experienced team. In a pug, I would normally aim for 3 the first pull. Okay, so this is about brood strategy, right? If you join a pug, I would give them 3 orbs the very first pull. And see how much damage they do, right? If 3 is enough, I would not go for anything more than 3. If 3 is not enough, then I would aim for 4. So that is normally your goal. Just keep that in mind. So in a training run, 5. But in an experience run, anywhere 2, 3, or 4, depending on the team's DPS, right? So 2 is for a very high DPS team. 3 is the average. 4 is for a pug that maybe maybe running a 3rd healer, or maybe running some Condi DPS, maybe 4. I would reckon that we should do at least 4, because we have a lot of Condi DPS, which means that we could use a little bit more help than usual, So I like to do 4. The reason why I like to do 4 is as soon as you get to your 4th rift, leave the orb still. Don't push it out, don't let it, don't sabotage it. Just leave the orb there and let it hang out, and you can come back to the middle, right? You can come back to the middle. The orb is still hanging out there, buying you time, right? You can just drop all your spirits on the ground. You can empty your CA and give everyone might, pre-boon might, all that good stuff. Just make sure you have all your stuff active. You took your war on 5, blah blah blah. Have all your buffs active. I really like to do 4. That's the maximum amount of damage I reckon. Yeah, because sometimes when you do your 5th orb, you're still out at the edge. You haven't stacked might yet. You haven't pre-boomed yet. Sometimes the spirits aren't in position yet. Stuff like that. Yeah. Another thing that you can do is if you are aiming for 5. If you are aiming for 5 rifts, what you can do is before you get into your green circle, so earlier in the phase, before you get into your green, you can actually pre-summon all your spirits in the middle, right? So you pre-summon all your spirits in the middle before you get into the green, so you're greeting that time. Like, how we normally just waiting around before the green, like just doing nothing? You can summon all your spirits in the middle first and then get into your green. So this is really advanced strats, by the way. Alright, does anyone else have any questions about the boss fight? Because we have a little bit of free time. Anything that people have seen that, want some little advice on, or Not sure what it does. Okay, so in a very experienced group, the donut. So I've been making you guys all afraid of the donut. I've just been saying if you stand in the donut, oh my god, you die. It's actually a bit more complicated than that. When you stand in the donut, you will get massive amounts of torment and confusion. So it is conditions that will damage you, right? So if you stand in the donut, you take massive condition damage. However, if your class has a bunch of condi cleansers, you can greed through the donut. Maybe I'm just teaching bad habits here, but you can greed through the donut. You have a bunch of condis applied to you and just cleanse them right off again. Yeah. So, you know, yeah, just eat healthy afterwards and you'll be fine. Yeah, I've been noticing that, Zeph. I've been helping you with a few cleanses too. Yeah, I've been noticing that. But yeah, you can definitely greed through the donut a little bit. Yeah. What can also help as well in very try-hard groups is they actually have dedicated cleansers. So in very high level groups, you'll actually see like, why are you guys running away from the donut for? It's just like, we're just losing DPS for no... And the reason for that is they have like dedicated cleansers. They have like people spamming cleansers like on you. So you can greed through it. But we're not doing that today. We're teaching good habits today. Well, was teaching good habits until now. Just taught you guys a very bad habit. But yeah. So the way that like experienced teams, so the common reoccurring theme in raids that I've noticed is that experienced teams like to break orders. like experienced teams, they break orders. They just agree. You can real good RNG with these statues. It's meant to be random. You can get any statue. Sometimes you have to run to the very one edge of the room, like super far away. The Persian flame that is like perpendicular to the ground. That's fix that stadium. Yeah, and like I said, you don't have to be afraid if you're near the boss. If you go downstate near the boss, guess what? We can just raise it. Like, we have to kill Jessica very quickly. You see how we have a glowing red statue right next to us? If we did not kill Jessica quickly, that glowing red statue would have arrows. So we are sitting right now. So we killed 2 ghosts with you. Yeah, look at that. Good stuff.
Construct is unstoppable. Keep your hands off that.
Alright, making sure that we don't accidentally get the construct core in any way at all. Making traps, fire drills, dancing attacks, fishing attacks. Oh, the money pool. Holy cow, that pool went so That's the 4th one there, and after this 4th one you can come back. Oh, just leave it there and just come to the middle and then... In that case, that didn't really buy you that much time because the retriever goes like right in your ass. But if you had built more of a lead and the retriever goes further behind, you would have had more time to come to the center. If that's that NCA, like you would just, that order would just be chilling out there for like a lot longer. So yeah, it looks like 4 is very nice. Especially now that our DPS are a bit more experienced, maybe you guys have learned which cooldowns you can press when, you know, which weapons that you start on can be the burst, things like that. These are all things that will greatly increase your DPS. Pre-planning, like you do quadruple damage soon. You just really want to save your game. I see a ton of white orbs and no red orbs. Okay, so keep in mind where the arrow marker is. It is customary to stack roughly halfway between the boss and halfway to arrows. Halfway between boss and arrows, that would be it's a big kaboom, making sure that we stack. If you need to greed, you should be standing roughly no further forward from the command tag. You have your own place to go to that donut as well. Looking behind us, there is a glowing red statue called the command tag. This is a very peripheral red statue, like one of the ones on the edge. It's one of the worst. Big damage on the boss. So we could either get ticking time or we could get the red circle, right? So let's see what mechanic we get here. It could be the ticking time bombs or the red. We've got the red circle, so we just all need to run away. Jessica Benevolent can stay here if we keep her fixed here.
Lag spike.
Oh, good.
I have no idea where I'm standing.
You're standing underneath the boss.
Okay.
Oh, I got wrecked.
Oof.
I got wrecked. I died.
Oh,
I
no.
did not stun. I got stunned. We lost 2 minutes. Go ahead and GG. That's my bad. I totally got that. I was... That's my bad. I had a rare lapse of lack of concentration, basically. I get like when I raid and I'm commanding, like it's very exhausting. Like when I'm commanding and I'm raiding, like I guess like you have to put like more mental effort into things. I don't know, lack of concentration. I'm losing it, guys.
You're doing great though.
Yeah. Cheers, I appreciate that.
And I think the squad as a whole is getting the hang of it. So if you want to like give half the instructions you normally would, that's cool. Too.
Yeah, I think I definitely will. Yeah, try to preserve my mental fatigue a little bit. I've been. It's like,
Statue.
See how we killed one ghost, and now if you look at the boss's bar very quickly, he's got that yellow Zero's Embrace, that yellow and black symbol. He's only got 1 stack left. If we get rid of that Zero's Embrace, that's when the break bar comes. I just want to point that out. Kill the second ghost. If you kill the second ghost, oh, time bomb. We need CC quickly, or time bomb will blow up. CC quick, get CC alive. Next time. You probably had like half a second to go before we went there. That was really close. All those black ghosts around the room, ticking time bombs. If you didn't shoot them that quickly, you probably would have wiped.
Every second.
Gotta keep it distracting you guys. But yeah, Zero's Embrace is what we're after, right? So every single ghost you kill you as boss, gets I mean, it's means you get the See how like you build up the belief and kind of just come in the middle, the left, 3D, team, blah blah blah. Pretty good, right? Everyone starts to come fine. If you have a fixed state, please pay attention to where the ghost is. Move your white tether through the boss's feet, and everyone should keep attacking the boss. By everyone attacking the boss, they also all collection phase. Keeping an eye on where the arrow marker is. Resing our down friends. So the reason why you guys went down was maybe our healers weren't able to get to you. Maybe you were unlucky, you didn't get healed by us and you were healed in the middle. Many things you could do. Following statue. So purple line indicates where he's jumping to. You want to make sure he jumps at the wall, right? Because sometimes what people will do is they'll read the center too long. The boss will jump at them, stay in the center, and then there's, you know, can't kill just goes near the boss. So it's very important that we must jump. So we're ticking time bombs all around the room. Most of the other must die very quickly. Donut. Watch out for Donut. Get out from the speed. Stop it again. And CC. Ticking time bombs. CC first, then res your friends later. Okay, now we can res our friends down the ticking time bombs. So hold them. Res your friends quickly. Get to your locations. Two per green. Two per green. There we go.
Back to middle.
I can't really help out right now, friend. I need to kill everyone. One away. Oh, this one. You guys should be on your correct weapon steps, not using any too big of a cooldown, saving your big things for the boss. Oh, you're still not aware, man. Nothing happened there. Nothing at all. Probably didn't sabotage. Oh, Fen, I thought you were like I thought you were more consistent than that. We're gonna break this break bar, friends. We're gonna break this break bar. So as soon as we break the break bar, it doesn't matter what's going on. If we break the break bar, the boss will enter this phase. The green circle phase will always be what happens if we break the break bar. So if probably do not, just one orb will be enough to finish. He's at 40%, so we don't need that much time. So one orb is probably all. Because our dude is only doing one orb, we know the boss will land. The boss is gonna land right now. And you just need to get them from 40% down to 30%. So this is what I'm talking about. Get as many DPS phases as you need to get the boss to phase, right? So the boss is in a new phase every single time he does an orb collection. So the orb collection is always at 66 and 33%. So right now we're at 33%. This is the transition between phase 2 and phase 3. Just so we're not confused, like some squads, like they're like, what's the phase again? Like sometimes you do 1 DPS per phase, sometimes you do 2 DPS, sometimes you even do 3 DPS per phase. Sometimes depends on how many each season. If you're low on health, make sure you step underneath the boss. Our healing is underneath the boss. Keeping an eye on where the arrow marker is at all times during this phase. You never get lost. You're turning your camera around a lot, but always keep your sense of direction. Keep in mind where the arrow marker is. And we'll meet up there now. Big kaboom, big explosion. Dodge rolling it is cute, but does not save you. All those untouched. We're gonna make sure that we get to the red statue at the wall all the time and memorizing where the boss jumps in. Getting to the wall, red statue. I'm actually gonna move the star marker to where the boss is. So that's roughly dodging the stun marker and watching the donut and green mechanics. So killing the two ghosts. Yep. If you have fixate, move to the star marker. That's where the ghost is. So the boss is at the star marker. If you have fixate, move to star now. All the way. Excellent. Resing our friend, boss will have a donut when he arrives back down, so donut soon. CC the boss, and donut. Res our friends. Res our friends, res our friends, res our friends, res our friends. So what happened there was, okay, we need to kill Olsen. We need to kill Olsen. Too many people getting killed by donuts. No!
That was so close.
Oh, so close, so close. Yeah, so what happened there was our fixate was getting a bit squirrely and going away from the point that we were meant to kill. I think that can make people nervous and then we don't quite attack the mobs. Also, I'm noticing that a lot of people are staying at the boss. I'm not sure if people staying at the boss if you're greeting, but what I've been noticing is that should only 2 people should stay at the boss. It should be the tank, right? Because the boss will follow the tank. So the tank should always stay still, and then the fixate will stay with the boss as well. I think I saw Demi stay with the boss there, maybe because of lag. And I also saw a 4th and 5th person stay at the boss as well. So that we have 5 people staying at the boss. This is during the split phase, by the way. When all 10 players get a red circle, you need, like, if you don't have a fixate above your head, you should really do your best to run away from the boss, right? If you don't have a fixate above your head. Because I think what happened last fall was we had 4, maybe 5.
I was right around here from my point of view, but I went back to res people.
Oh, okay.
I have a question.
Yes, what's up?
I actually had fixate that time when he jumped, and I was trying to get to him. Something was knocking me down repeatedly. I have no idea why.
Repeatedly. So the only thing that knocks you down on this boss fight is if you get hit by his jump, right? So when he puts a purple line on somebody and he jumps at you, right? So what he does, he jumps all the way to the ceiling and he lands on the ground at your location with tremendous force, right? So that big red circle attack that I keep saying, dodge this if you don't get stunned for a million years. If you do not dodge that, or you do not block it, or immune it, or get Aegis to prevent it from hitting you, you will get stunned. I think it's like a 5-second stun, no, 6-second stun. It's like a really long stun. It's a really, really long stun. You need to dodge roll that. Oh, my food just ran out. Let's just food up. I think you guys have food. I didn't refresh my food when you guys dropped it, but here's some more food, whatever.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go through these hundreds of food on my bag. That's just the one I keep on my Guardian. I have even more than that. I have way too much food. Alright, we've got it this time. This is it.
You're nothing but a
Okay, we had a full stretch at the time and run very fast. This is normally what happens, like half the time. Like after time you turn this time. This is very Turning the white close, making sure we spawn kill him basically immediately. This is that's the jump attack, right?
What is
So we couldn't really see it there, but he actually put a purple beam on somebody. And the reason we couldn't see the purple beam is because, the purple beam is just so small, right?
CC?
We don't always want to CC him immediately if we know that we can get into phase 3. So if we break the break bar at say like 68%, right? We know that we phase bar 66. If the bar's at 68%, we don't want to break the break bar because we know so we don't always want to break every single break bar. In that particular time, when the boss is like very far from phasing, we definitely want to break the break bar. We want to enter DPS. So breaking the break bar is kind of like the boss offering you. If there's a blue bar, the boss is saying like, would you like to enter another DPS phase? Yes or no? Yes, break the break bar. If no, don't break the break bar. So the boss is offering you another break bar, DPS phase. So this is a situation where the large white ghost is on our grid. We do have to still kill it without hitting orbs. So we have to be very ginger about killing the large white ghost because it's following the druid. We don't want to accidentally kill it. It's always okay to get more orbs than you think you need. Getting less orbs just means you have to go back. Just less idea. So keeping in mind where the arrow marker is, I should get it. Yeah, so paying attention to your own health. So don't just collect orbs willy-nilly. You do have to pay attention to your health here. The better you are at collecting orbs, the more orbs you collect, the more damage you take. Looking at where the arrow marker is, if you want to grieve, you can grieve for like 5 seconds. Looking very close to Zulia, it's going to be a red circle. He's right there, right there. See that red circle? That opaque red circle, that's the edge of the building. Looking behind us, making sure we do get to the wall in time. If you are greedy, you must make sure that you get to the wall in time. You know that you got to the wall in time before he jumps. So if the beam comes out, he jumps at you. That's the time that you must make it to the wall in time. If you're very, very greedy, you barely make it to the wall in time before you jump. That's when you're very greedy. Playing it safety now. So we're coming here about maybe 2-3 seconds early. So you could technically watch the bleed for another 2 seconds. So everyone, if you are not fixed, you should get away from us. So only the fixate and the tank should be here. Yeah, and donut on the boss's feet, watch the donut, and killing the ghosts. It's very hard to see him, he's in front of the boss. Like to us. Oh, good. Horse needs to die, the auto needs to die. Dodge that, he's gonna get stunned. CC now. So the boss is, break bar has appeared, boss is like saying, would you like to enter a DPS phase? And the answer is yes, we must enter.
I have fixate.
So kind.
So it's really annoying when your helper like misses judges the angle and like you don't have to. But it's actually like boss is appearing, big damage, big cooldown. You have fixate, yeah, excellent. Really good fixate. Making sure that beam goes through his feet. So just keep targeting the boss and the ghost will die or whatever. So say for example right here, if the boss offered us a break bar here, like if the blue bar appeared right here, the boss is like, would you like to enter another DPS phase? We would say no, because why? The boss is 34% health. We know that we can just keep attacking him and guess what? His face is in, right? So if a blue bar had appeared right there, it would have been like, no, we don't want a DPS phase. We can kill you right now. We don't need a DPS phase. all really comes down to that concept. You get as many DPS phases as you want, right? You control how many DPS phases you want. If you want the another DPS phase, you just break it. Alright, stacking it up. Okay, so we don't agree too much in phase 3. The reason why is the boss goes invisible at a wherever he jumps, that's where he will stay, right? So make sure we get to the wall in time. This is a very far run. So making sure we're at the wall, memorizing where the boss ends up. No markers this time, dodge that, you'll get stunned for many years. If you are fixing, please stay underneath where the boss left. Okay, so killing core, big DPS in the large white post. Fixate's gonna come to the wall. If you have fixate, come to the wall, touch the wall. Excellent. And kill this large white ghost. Big DPS in this large white ghost. We have ticking time bombs, really very quick. Donut under feet, move out from under boss, killing Olsen, seeking boss now, seeking boss. Donut is still active, Watch the donut, watch the donut, watch the donut. And nice. Okay. Keep it together, one last green pepper phase, and then we should. Making sure we have 2 people per green, yes we do. And killing the large white ghost. Making sure you don't push the construct core by accident. Don't want to sabotage it or through. Everything goes well, this will be the last one. Saving your big cooldowns for the boss. So because the boss did go invisible, he started to have higher health than usual. We're used to damaging him from an extra like 5-10 seconds than normal. So this time big damage. He's at 32%. We need to do the whole 32% in one. Big damage. Only thing that matters right now is the boss. Big boom uptime. Damage on the boss. Big damage on the boss. Big damage on the boss. Yeah, fixate perfectly located. Fixate really good stuff. 8% here, 5% here. Let's play it safe and break the breakfire. Let's kill this ad, selector, and break the breakfire. Just 3%. Let's break the breakfire. This is good. Break the breakfire, please. Break the breakfire, please. They're offering us another DPS phase, and we're gonna see yes. Yep. So get to your assigned locations. Res your friends, get to your assigned locations. 2 people per circle is very important. Make sure we have 2 people per circle. We're just gonna do 1 orb here. Just gonna push out 1 orb. 1 orb, and then the boss is at 3%. We're just gonna so Fen, the reason why we didn't kill the boss there is, like I said, because the boss is invisible. We're used to damaging the boss more. In phase 3, you need 1 extra orb. So whatever you think that team normally needs in phase 2, 1 and 2, give them 1 extra orb.
Yeah, I did 4 for the last one, but I should have done 5.
That was good. We got to the 3%. Really good stuff. Nice stuff, guys.
Good job on getting it in 1 pull, guys.
One pull. Jeez, first pull. Nice.
One pull,
yeah. Damn it, May. Now we passed. I mean, wait. That's not what I meant to blame you on. He wants to do Twisted Castle real quick too. Free legendary insight. This is a puzzle. Demi, would you like to go back in your chrono? You don't have to take the Chronomancer. You don't have to do the Tower Chrono build. You can take a Power Chrono build. Just make sure you have portal.
Oh, the Madness thing.
Oh yeah, this is the Madness thing. Yeah. Oh, actually, I forgot. May's already on it. May, you should take. We'll take 2 Mesmers here. May, I'm gonna get you to bring a portal, and we're all gonna laugh at you. I mean, we're all gonna encourage you as you take a massive jump of faith. Okay, so we're all gonna. No, you're gonna be absolutely fine. We totally won't laugh at you, I swear. So what you're gonna do is there's gonna be a huge leap of faith that you will have to do. You're gonna do the leap of faith all on your own. If you stay alive at the end of it, you will portal us. So the reason why we have 2 Mesmers is it's very, very common for people to fail this jump. So if we got all 10 people to do it, half of us would die. So it's better just to send the Mesmers and see if one of them survives and take their portal. So, alright, catch you later. Yeah, all good. We can definitely 9-man. This is literally free loot. It's just amazing. As long as we get to the end of the maze, it'll be fine. Okay. If you have a polished Aurelium, make sure you use it. You can get that done. Okay. Fen, do you? I'll have to show you the shortcut here. There are 3 buttons that are called the Druid Skip. The 3 buttons. So. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show everyone the Druid buttons, okay? I'm going to show all 10 people the Druid button. So this is a maze. The way that the maze works is there are doorways that take you to a certain point. So we have memorized where each doorway goes, so we are not lost. the only mechanic here, you see that
seems
big
I
statue in front of us. So
underestimated you.
look forward, tilt your camera up into the air a bit, looking up at the air, you should
But
see
I
that there's a
don't
big
need to
glowing
destroy
spinning
you.
statue with a bunch of faces on it. If your
Slow
character
you
mode
down.
is facing towards that statue, you will gain a
I'm clipping
debuff
your
at an
wings.
increased
Try not to
accelerated rate.
fall to
It's
your
called
death.
madness. Do not let yourself hit 100 madness or you will instantly die. Every single 10 stacks of madness that you get will debuff you a little bit. And it gets worse and worse. So 10 stacks, you get 1 stack of vulnerability. At 20 stacks, you get a little bit worse than 1 stack. You know what I mean? It just gets worse and worse. Every single multiple of 10 that you get to, madness will punish you. If you get to 100, it's instant death. Okay, so just don't look towards that statue. You will not get madness as quickly. Okay, let's start the boss fight. There's no need for a ready check. This is a free loot fight. So for the first pull, I'm going to show everyone where our Druid is going. So keep in mind, this is the wrong location. We don't normally go this way. Normally our Druid goes this way. So what we have to do, we have to kill every single monster in the room. Once every single monster is killed, the doorways activate. So taking this doorway here, take that doorway here. We're in a hot room now. Get out, get out, get out. Try not to stay in the hot room for too long. Take the next doorway out. So we have to kill these monsters, and then Fen, what you're doing is only for our Druid. We're gonna sit around here and give Fen our mouse support. Okay, Fen, you must stand at this corner here in front of you. So I don't want to stand there to block your view. At that corner there, aiming for either the circle or the heart. Make sure you hold down your staff 3. Your staff 3 reticle must go green. So your staff 3 reticle must go green, and then cast it. And what you're doing is you're grabbing that button down at the bottom. So at the square marker, grab that button. Just by walking into it, see how? Yeah, and that button is now done. See how it's now colorful? That button has now been done. You can leave that and give this haunting statue a hug. So everyone, this is a haunting statue. If you ever watched Doctor Who, this haunting statue, actually, Fen, could you demonstrate? Like, you turn your back to it and let it run at you?
Stay away from the
Because it's going to teleport you back to the beginning. That's where you want to go. So it's going to run at Fen and walk into the red circle, Fen. Because you want to run to the beginning. So if you walk into the red circle, instead of being teleported back in time, like in the Doctor Who episode, you get returned to the beginning of the maze again. So Fen, just take the same, go through the hot room. And this is the second thing. This is the Druid. So when we arrived, the Druid is going to take the north door. So we're pretending that we're the Druid, so everyone go through the north door. Remember, this is the wrong way. We don't normally go this way. This is only where the Druid will go. So for our Druid, we're taking the north-hand door, north door, and then there's a button right here. That's the second button that our Druid is taking. You can talk, you can drink the water if you have the mastery. Drink it if you can, touch it if you can't. And then taking this door to go back to the beginning. So what that water does, that fountain, it will get rid of some of your madness stacks. So when you go mad, you go crazy, that water will let you not be as crazy. So taking the door, and that will begin teleport you back to the beginning. Let's wait for all our friends to get back. Make sure you guys take the door and head back to the beginning. Yep. Gonna check the hot room again. Okay, and this is the normal route. So imagine we're going through the hot room for the first time. Our Druid is doing those 2 buttons all by themselves. Once you get through the hot room, we're going to the southern door. Okay, so look at your mini-map, the southern door. That's the normal way forward. This is where everyone goes, including our Druid. So all 10 players, we're going through the southern door. Okay, and this is where the Leap of Faith is. So I'm going to show the main team where the Leap of Faith is. I'm also going to show our Druid what to do as well. So for our Druid is going through this door. So the only person to click on this door should be our Druid. So Fen, you can go ahead and go through that door. There's going to be a button on the other side.
We
but
died,
everyone
guys.
else, before we take that
No one
door,
saw that.
I want to show you guys the Leap of Faith done correctly, or hopefully correctly. So this is a Leap of Faith. This is a diving board. So I'm not clicking on the door. I'm on a diving board. I am aiming to land on that doorway below. So see that arrow marker? The only thing I'm doing is I'm not pressing my spacebar. The trick to this jump is only dodge in that direction. So as long as you dodge towards the arrow, you will land there perfectly. So say for example, all I did was I dodged towards the arrow. That's all I did. I dodged towards the arrow. The distancing, the timing, the height, everything else take care of itself. So as long as you dodge in the right direction, you'll always land here. You'll be perfectly safe.
Sorry,
So-
Raiden, I can't find the button thing.
It's fine. You cannot get to the button. There's a doorway in your way. If you look through the left of the doorway, see how like the doorway, you can like peek over the left of the doorway. Behind the door, there is 3 statues, right? Make sure the 3 statues don't catch you. You must use your staff 3 to teleport past them. This is what I like to do. I like to then once the staff 3, so that door in front of you will open later on the boss fight. Your button is at the opposite corner. See the very, very opposite corner from you? The
I see
furthest
it, yeah.
distance away? Yeah, that's the button that you're going for. Make sure those 3 statues don't get you, though. So I like to staff 3 past them and then backpedal, keeping an eye on them, right? Okay, so everyone knows what we're doing now? If you're up there...
I have bound. Would that kill me if I jump? Or is that gonna...
If you have what? Sorry?
My dodge is called bound. It's the jump thing that these do.
Oh, if you jump and dodge, then your distancing will be incorrect. You just need to dodge Yeah, just dodging in the correct
But
direction.
he has a special dodge
Okay,
because he's
there
a
you go.
thief.
Never mind.
Okay.
Oh no, that's fine. Yeah, just dodging in the right direction. So everyone, what we're gonna do is go ahead and slash GG. The reason why we're GGing is we took a very long time. So all of us have like 80 or 90 madness right now. We cannot finish the boss fight. So the reason why we have so much madness is you get madness at an accelerated rate if you look towards that statue. If your character mode is facing towards that statue, you get madness at an accelerated. But you also get madness just passively as well. So we all have way too high madness to finish the boss fight. So just remember where most of us are going. Most of us would take the hot room and go south immediately, right? We don't wait for our Druid. So our Druid now knows the 3 buttons. All of us now know the Druid buttons as well. So right now we're going to give this actually, no need for it. Let's just go in. Let's go in. So remember, the doors only activate when all of the red monsters in the room have been kill all the monsters. Remember where the first door is? Always just wanting this door here. Kill one monster. Here you go. It's gonna take us to the hot room. We're gonna get out of the hot room as quickly as we can. Run, run, run. Don't stay in the hot room. We'll burn to death here. Don't look there. Killing these mobs in the next room. And remember, if you're part of the main team, you're taking the southern door. So main team, southern door. Druid, northern door, and then Joker. The southern door for the main team, southern door for the main team. Walking into the door, killing these monsters here. Make sure that you don't look at the, so try to locate where the statue is and look away from it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to give our mesmers, you can drop a portal here, the entrance portal here. And then go do the leap of faith, have fun. Mesmers only. Once you drop your portal, go do the leap of faith. Alright, Demi's first then, yes? Oh, Demi's got it. Okay, so Demi can just fall us down. So we don't need to do the leap of faith, we just touch Demi. Easy peasy. Okay, so we must kill these 3 ghosts, these 3 white mantle knights here. You see these 3 white mantle knights? There's 1 battle mage on me, there's 2 more on the stairs over there. Alright, can. These 3 mobs need to die. These 3 marked mobs all need to die. Don't let the haunting statues touch you. 1 person's character mob needs to be facing them at all times, or else they will run at you. If no one's touching, okay, there's 1 more button. So friends, follow the command tag. There's 1 more button. So there's 1 button on the arrow marker. If 1 person will touch that. So there are 2 buttons. So you got touch 1 on the arrow marker. See how we touch that one. There's a second one. Just follow the command tag. You just head over to the west. There's a second button the main team has to grab. It's in this corner here, on the circle marker. So you guys stay here. Don't follow me. I'm gonna do. Okay. So projectile hit is really good. These mobs can't get through my bubble. See how like I'm immune to them? They can't hit me. Right? Leave a bubble behind me. They can't hit me. So projectile hit is really good, and that's where the bubble done. We don't need to kill these mobs. So all we need to do now, Fen, you grab your button already. Excellent. Yep, okay. So all we need to do now, that very same door that we portaled onto, we need to take that door. We need to click that door at the top of these stairs. Do not walk into these red statues. What we can do, these guys are susceptible to pushes and pulls. So I have a pull. I can pull them to the right-hand side, just like that. Oh, I need another one. Maybe another push, maybe. Push them
Are we
right.
pushing them forward or to the right? Okay.
Yeah. There we go. That should do it. One person. This is where teamwork comes in. You guys have to. One person has to look at them, and everyone else go to the door. So now that we've gotten to the door, this is a race to the end now. The end. It's a very long road to the end. Let's all go through the door. All go through the door. Oh, whatever.
Was I done? Hopefully I was done.
Yeah, you're done. Yeah. Okay, so there are 3 haunting statues in our way. We need to get through these and go to the end. This is a race. Only 1 person has to make it to the end.
I have torment.
So we can talk to the haunting. Sorry, not talk to them. Stare at them. So we need to stare at the haunting statues. Make sure that they are occupied. Right? They don't. If you walk into that red circle around them, they teleport you back to the beginning. Okay? You don't die. You just get to teleport back to the beginning. Okay, we're doing good. Okay, and now just run to the end. Don't just sprint to the end. Only 1 person has to make it to the end. So it's inevitable that 1 or 2 people get grabbed. That's perfectly fine. Don't worry about it. Only 1 person has to make it to the end. There's a bunch of mobs here. We don't have to kill them. Don't worry about the mob. Like I said, if you have projectile hate, just put a bubble on them. They can't hit us anymore. They can't get through my bubble. Like, they're throwing stuff at us. Guess what? They can't hit me. Like, just projectile hate. That's all you need.
Ooh, got feared.
Yes. You get feared when you get to 60 seconds of madness. So if your madness gets too high, you can start getting feared. Okay, so on the left-hand side, there's a stair. We win as soon as the very first person presses F. So as a first person interacts this doorway right here, this is the finish line. Get up here. If 1 person can make it to this doorway and press F, we all win. And that's it. That is Twisted Castle. That's the entirety of Wing 3. And I think we'll call it there for today. 3-hour raid session. I think that's pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah. We can have a look at Zera if we want, just at the platform. I won't be exciting boss fight, but this is the final boss. Zera. This needs ley line gliding. So as you can see, there's a lot of aerial space to glide through. That's why you need ley line gliding. But yeah, that's
What are you waiting
pretty,
for?
pretty good raid. Good stuff. Yeah. All right. I guess for Fen and Demi, you guys have been attending more practice sessions than me. Like what is it, like on Wednesday or Thursday?
Yep.
What do you reckon we should do next week? What do you guys think we need more of?
That's a good question. Well, we introduced
Slothosaur?
2 or
What are
3
you
new
waiting
people
for?
to Slothosaur, but
Okay.
that was just like a bonus round last Thursday, Friday,
They're winging for.
Yeah.
after
So-
doing Wing 4.
Yeah, so those of you that haven't been to many of the raid trainings with Mag yet, basically over, how long has it been? Like 2 months, 2-3 months now? So over the past 2-3 months, we've been running at this time session every single week for the last, 2-3 months now. We've been training all the boss fights one by one. We actually finished the last boss fight in Hearthstones, I believe
Your
2 weeks
life
ago.
is mine.
So 2 weeks ago, we trained every single boss fight once, right? Just once, right? So what
Yep.
we're doing now is we're revisiting all the boss fights. So we, people in Mag, like we have held a Mag training for every single one of these bosses before, but what we're doing is we're revisiting them, reconsolidating them, bringing new players along, because not everyone can make every training, right? So some people miss some bosses. So what we're doing now is we're just revisiting some bosses. They also run, you guys have also been running practice sessions on Wednesday
What
or
are
Friday,
you
or
waiting
when,
for?
like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I can rarely make those. Those are weekday mornings for me. I'm usually at work. But yeah, so what we're trying to figure out now, we just finished the raid, she just tuned in. So we just finished, we're just chilling, talking about what we should do next week. So, if you guys have any requests, what I'll do from now on, so for the next couple, or 2 or 3 weeks anyway, our Monday training sessions will be at request. So whatever you guys think you want training on,
Who wants to
just
die first?
let us know in the raid chat. If you go to the raid chat channel, you can request any boss fight you want, any wing you want, whatever you think that we need the most help on. Our officers will put our heads together, and we'll try to decide a boss fight that we need the most. We need to revisit, right? So
Yeah, I'm leaning towards, personally, I'm leaning towards the mid-level, because we're pretty comfortable in Wing 1 and Wing 4 now, even without you, and we can bring in newbies and explain it to them. Like
What are
Sabbatha,
you
Sloth,
waiting
that's kind of where
for?
I'm leaning.
Okay.
Leaning.
Okay, so how about we do... So what we can do next week, maybe, because I reckon Sabbatha will go down pretty quickly. So Sabbatha will die within, I don't know, maybe 1 hour. I'd reckon if you have like 7 or 8 XP people and then like 1 or 2 new people, Sabbatha can die in like under half an hour. If you have like 4 or 5 new people and like 4 or 5 XP people,
Yeah.
Sabbatha normally takes about an hour. So maybe that's a good thing we can do next week. We can start with Sabbatha, like maybe
How does it
1-ish hour on
feel to make
Sabbatha.
it so
We could end up
only
like
to
being absolute
fail?
god games.
Our
Or,
prog runs have been having like maybe like 4 to 5 complete newbies these days, so
okay,
that's
so
why.
I'd expect like maybe an hour-ish, like 30 minutes to 90 minutes. 30 to 90 minutes is the range I would expect that to take. So what we can do is maybe we go for a Sabbatha, and instead of training her like I normally do and like resetting a bunch and like practicing her a bunch, I'll just very aggressively go for a kill. Like, I just very aggressively go for a kill. And then we
Go
can maybe
ahead.
whittle that down.
Make
Instead of
the
30 to
first
like 90 minutes,
move.
maybe we can do it like 30 to 1 hour, like 30 to 60 minutes, right? And then we can spend the rest of the session on Sloth as well. That sound good for everyone? As a like basic plan. We'll sort it out in the raid chat for next week, but for now the interim plan will be Sabbatha and Slothazor next week. How about that? Okay, cool.
Sounds
So
great.
someone's homework will be to try and get a Sabbatha instance. So once the reset hits, which I think is hitting in what, like 3 hours from now? So the weekly reset will hit in 3
What
hours
are
from
you
now.
waiting for?
If you guys have any time and you want to track down a Sabbatha instance, so clear all of Wing 1 up until Sabbatha, let us know. Just one person has to get it. Then we can use that instance. I'll try to get it as well. No guarantees. I have no idea what my work schedule this week will be. It could be hectic, it could not be hectic. I have no idea. Okay, cool. So if you can get a Sabbatha instance, a little trick that I have for you, if you guys are now like LFG tool plugin and like doing, if you want to like save an instance, instead of just leaving the team before Sabbatha,
Your
if you want
life
to like
is
help them
mine.
out, this is if, right? Like you could just say, oh, thank you guys, I have to go, and just leave before Sabbatha. That would be perfectly fine. But if you're with a bunch of like cool people, you don't want to help them out, you want to help them kill Sabbatha, you don't want them like, you know, like you're the druid or you're like a key critical role, you just don't want to leave them hanging, like looking for a druid like at the final boss. What you can do, help them down the boss to about 5% HP. Alright, once you get the boss to 5% HP, just click the arrow down at the bottom right, the leave instance button at the bottom right, and then you do not get credit for the kill.
Go
so
ahead.
you save,
Make
quote
the
unquote,
first
save the
move.
instance. So you don't count as killing the boss, so you can zone in there later, and you still help them get the boss down to like 5% health, right? So yeah, just click the arrow bottom right. That's the best way to save the instance.
Okay.
Yeah, if you try to leave the squad, if you right-click your own name and leave the squad, at the loading screen, you still count as being in the raid during the loading screen for some reason. So it's really weird. If you hit the leave instance button, you immediately leave. It's perfectly safe. If you hit the leave squad button, like you like try to dip out from the squad, it doesn't work as well for some reason.
Go ahead. Make the
Oh,
first
Gate and Wing
move.
7 actually works for Gate and Wing 7 too. Just that no one, like, no, this is saving an instance. You count as not killing the boss, right? You don't get loot. You don't kill the boss, right? So yeah. Okay, I guess that's the end of our raid training session. So as always, hope you guys had fun. I had fun. It was a good session. I haven't raided in so long. I missed Field Wars. I haven't played for like a month. It's only been a week.
As always, really appreciate it, Rain.
Thank you so much.
And there's
Yeah.
nothing you can do to
I'll
stop
catch you
it.
guys next week then.
Had a blast.
Thanks, Rain.
Yeah. Oh, plug for the
Seeing you
session.
again.
Yeah, plug for the session on Wednesday to Friday. I have no idea when this week's going to be. Timmy, do you know when that session will be? Maybe.
The midweek session.
Yeah, the midweek session. Yeah.
If you're in North America, it's Thursday. 1 hour after reset, and if you're in Australia or Asia, it's Friday morning.
Okay.
1
so 1
hour.
hour after reset.
Yep.
Okay. It's the same time as we started today, but on a different day. Okay, cool. Yeah. Thanks for coming, guys. Catch you later.
Thanks, Rain. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Thank you. GG.
Thanks, everyone.
GG's.
Goodbye.
Alright, I'm gonna do my dailies in PvP. Hopefully get
Good night, you
everything.
guys.
Awesome.
Good night.
I'll check out the stream
Night.
later. Take care, everyone.
So that was it. Oh boy, that was harder than usual, huh? We got stuck on the keep construct for quite a while. I think also on the what do you call this? We got stuck on the path to there, the boring part, the quote-unquote boring part. But it was fun for me because that was my first time, so like I would have known better. Back out, switch back to room. Oh, I'm in Bitterfrost. Like I think no, I didn't. I haven't bought what I needed here. Because kulang. Kulang. I'm not gonna do Dragon Bash. I'm just gonna do dailies and then like, doze off. I guess. Take a rest. Eat lunch. I wonder how much Lana. I don't have the what do you call this? Yeah, now I need winter berries. I thought I had a surplus of it. But yeah, I bought the wrong item for my minstrel. So that was incorrect. What is this? Oh. I think I need to craft food, huh? Do I? No, it's for the other one. I have too much of these copper. Could I sell? No, I couldn't even sell those. Oopsie.
I saw this hunter who had a doggy. It was bigger than me, and it said, "Woof!"
I didn't see you there.
Let's queue up again after I go through this instance. I'm using power Daredevil now on PvP instead of the condition.
Those seeds this morning.
Oh, good. Can you ask me?
Can we?
Oh, I forgot to use my my snow stuff. I forgot about that. I'm the Daredevil? What? Fucking hell. I was missing that? So I was missing this the last time. Oopsie.
The match starts soon. Hold on to your points. Seize theirs. Armored up. You've lost life. You captured Dragon. You've lost the field.
That was a loss. Alright, we're losing. We have to take it from... Oh, because that was... We are outnumbered, but our thief is doing good. Yeah, our thief was... Yeah, he does not have the perspective of killing people. He has a different perspective.
Eat my dust.
You captured lost Lion. The Colosseum's artifacts are accruing power.
Servant divine, walk this land.
You've captured the field. The artifacts have reached maximum power. Red team has obtained an artifact. You've captured Lion. Red team has obtained an artifact. Refreshing.
Oh shit.
Lost Lion. You've lost Dragon.
Oh fucking hell.
You've captured Dragon. I'm bleeding. You've captured Lion. You've lost the field. You've lost Dragon.
Oh, I got feared. Jesus Christ.
Accruing power. You've lost
I got
Lion.
feared.
The artifacts have reached maximum power.
Are we winning? Kinda are. Do we need to assault far?
You've captured the field. You've captured Lion.
Oh fucking hell.
Blue team has obtained an artifact.
Not fair.
You've captured Dragon!
That's not where I want to go. They could deal with that.
The Colosseum's artifacts are accruing power!
That's good.
Outnumbered.
The artifacts have reached maximum power!
So we don't want to be there. Uh-oh. Oh shit! Ah, that was so bad. You're outnumbered there. Why would you fight there? Oh, I could get this. Fucking hell, that was my fault. Because I got disconnected. I hate myself now. Yeah, I blame myself there. It's just so unfair to get disconnected. There's nothing you could do. And it's almost like an insta lose. Like it's gonna take a miracle for you to win. And that was a close fight. It happens, I know. Still disappointing, right?
That looks valuable.
I have a lot of these bloodstone things. Blood ruby.
Stockpiling staples was the right call. I know this isn't quite a siege. Certainly can't depend on the caravans like we used to.
War can't last forever.
wonder how many I have. Almost full.
You can never have too much treasure. You can never have too much treasure.
Rich for my blood. Next payday, I'll be back.
That looks valuable.
Seraph, officer, my son is missing.
You can never have too much treasure. Looking to spend some coin?
something?
Alright, I'm signing off after this. Well, I'm just gonna buy something, I guess, for my mesmer. Shadow Legends raid. Different kind of raid. What if sponsoran tayo ng raid Shadow Legends, no? Alright, ano nga yung kailangan ng ano ko? Mesmer ko. May kailangan pa to eh. Wrong raid. May backpack na. Oh, cause I got the backpack sa ano pala. Oh. Oops. So, ang kailangan ko ay... Did I get it? Isang earring. Earring ring. Dalawa. Earring tsaka ring. How? Alright, earring ring. So, band lang. Band lang mabibili ko. Pendant. I can't buy the pendant. So, band lang. I need the ring pa. Earring ring. So, how do I buy... So, the band is... Is it an accessory?
I mean, can you
imagine if that had happened before the Char-Human truce?
What is Bloodstone Capacitor?
Nav, control our facing.
Aye, aye.
That assume is so
Rude, Captain. Are we sure there won't be another target?
Black Ice Earring.
It's clear we're
Yeah,
General
kulang
Soldier
eh.
was
Uy,
executed.
no, I
All
could
those sprockets up.
Aye, aye.
I could buy the earring. Diba?
Bridge holding steady.
Is luck or skill keeping you alive?
Stern repair is progressing. Ah!
What? Ibang currency to ah. Oh, these are different.
Keep your tools grounded at all times.
Teka, saan ako makakabili?
Yes, Chief.
Haunted Canyons. Saan ang Haunted Canyons? Ayun. Alright.
Keep her steady. The repair.
Is luck or skill keeping you alive?
This is a ring. Alright. I could buy that. Easy. Now I need earring. Earring. That was a ring. Black Ice Earring. Maybe I could buy the Black Ice Earring. Hello, Angelo. Thank you for following, dude. Right. Kulang. Choker is not eating pala.
Wicked lay enhanced creatures
Ring.
roaming the desert. What are
Oh,
you
this
gonna
one.
do about it?
Sa Draconis Mons, right? I have that. I have Orchid. Do I have Orchid? Oh.
Have you found a way out?
Garland or band? What did I get kanina? It was a ring. Earring. Kailangan ko ng earring. Oh, fuck it. Muntik naman ako bumili ng mali. Kailangan ko earring. Buisit. Oh, Scholar Sura. Ember Bay. Ah, Ember Bay. Ayun naman pala eh. Ember Bay. Alright. Reset. I should have just done this. Mali yung search items ko. What was it? Accessory. There we go. Ayun naman pala eh. Ay, konti pa lang. Lol.
That looks valuable.
Alright. Saan na yun? Meron na siyang ascended accessories at trinkets. Kompleto. So yung mga ascended weapon armor na lang. Which I could just easily get. And after that, you could go. Oh, I still have to, I still have to farm for hero points, yeah. Equip mo na. Alright, kompleto. Ayos. Alright, I'm logging off. Wait a minute. 5 na to, oh. Kompleto na yung exotic. Ano na? Does this have to be... It's Condi. Sayang to. Exotic. Chest of exotic. Mesmer kaya. Wow. I could sell this. I can't. That's for Berserker. I don't think I need that. Question mark. Anyway, I'm off for now. So this sword will be minstrel. At least I have one. Anyway, pag-aralan ko next time, but not today. I'm just so tired. Thank you so much everyone for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time. Maybe not a lot of streams this week. Usually sa weekends ako mas nakaka-stream. Not really weekdays. But yeah. Tingnan natin. Baka sa Thursday meron pa. Alright, sige. Next time. Bye. Kain muna tayo.